Take me out to the ball game. Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing. Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, yeah. Strike one. Hey, baby, do you come here often? Strike two. Hey, baby, now what's your sign? Strike three. Hold on now, where you going? Out. Next in line. Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing. Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pirate Baseball. It is on the air on the Pirate Media Network. We are coming to you live from Brookhaven tonight, where the Pirates will take on the Brookhaven Panthers in a very important ball game for Pearl tonight, as just one more win will clinch the region title and that all-important bye in the first round of the baseball playoffs. I'm Greg Flynn, sitting in for DP once again tonight. I'll be joined by Roy Harper in just a few moments. Pearl coming in with a 12-9 overall record and a perfect 6-0 in region play. They'll be taking on Brookhaven, who comes in at 5-2, second place here in the region, and 9-12 overall. Should be a very good night for baseball. We had a few showers just pop on by, which shortened up the JV game, but things look like they're going to be very nice tonight. Temperature right now of 82 degrees, a little cloudy, so it's taking the bright sun out of the way. When we come back, Roy Harper will join me, and we will break down the game. Stay tuned. Pirate Baseball continues right after this.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Welcome back to Brookhaven, where right now the Pirates getting in their last-minute warm-ups in the field as they're getting ready to take on the Brookhaven Panthers in a very important ball game for the Pirates tonight. I am Greg Flynn, joined now by Roy Harper to break down this game tonight. And Roy, I tell you, it was a tale of two teams. The last time we saw these Pirates, they had put a pretty good hurting on Macomb, but then went off this past weekend, played two games at Quitman, one against Quitman and another against Northeast Lauderdale there, and really had two very bad losses. So the winning streak came to an end, and now we look to get it back started again.
Yeah, hopefully they can get back on the right track and start winning some games again. Hated to see the letdown this Saturday, but maybe that's all it was, and the only letdown that they'll have. They had a late game, in Macomb Friday night. I'm sure they all slept late Saturday morning from getting in so late, and probably still a little sluggish going into Quitman, and really some games that really didn't matter in the standings and didn't affect our playoff chances, which happens tonight.
Which, Coach Barnett probably isn't very happy to be talking about seeing a letdown, but you're right, those games pretty much were meaningless. They come off that big win the night before at Macomb, and that's a long way to travel to Quitman to get kids motivated again the next day when they're playing two essentially meaningless games.
Right, I agree. It's tough to stay up after a late night and then going out of district to play a couple of games, especially they have tonight to clinch the division or the district.
Yep.
And then Saturday is another big day for them. This coming Saturday is they play Brandon at Trustmark Park. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were actually thinking about next Saturday, this past Saturday.
Oh, anytime you got Brandon on the schedule, how can you not look forward to that?
That's right.
Kind of like over at Trustmark Park tonight, we've got Ole Miss playing Mississippi State. That game counts nothing in the standings, but I guarantee you that those guys were picking it out on the schedule already.
Oh, yes, they were. Yeah, that's going to be a jam-packed house tonight. 8 to 10,000 people sitting there watching that game, and NVDP tonight.
Oh, my goodness, yes. That's why we're filling in for DP. He's taking in the Ole Miss State game over there at Trustmark Park, and we'll be giving you updates on that as the night goes along for those of you that are interested and want to keep in tune with your Pearl Pirates. Now, this team that they're playing tonight, Brookhaven, comes in second place, 5-2 here in the region. But Pearl had very good success against this team earlier in the season, winning the first 2 games, 5-4 back on March 26th and 12-6 back on March 28th. They look good in those games.
They did. Those there's 2 fairly evenly matched teams. Pearl played some fantastic baseball those 2 games and pulled out a squeaker in the first one, and then really exploded 1 inning for the second win. And I'm sure Brookhaven's looking for a little payback. And but if the Pirates played their game, then this should be a very exciting game and hopefully come out on the W side for the Pirates.
Well, the scenario is very simple. Pearl simply has to win 1 of its last 3 region games. 1 tonight, they have that opportunity. If they fail tonight, they have 2 more shots when they play Macomb. But you'd really like to get it wrapped up right here and now and not have to go into those last 2 games.
Right. If the Pirates can't pull it out tonight, then the pressure is really going to be on them. They're going to start stressing and trying to, probably press a little more than they really should to go beat Macomb 1 out of 2 times. I hope that doesn't happen, but you're dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids, and you never know how they're going to react.
You just hope that they're not overconfident. After beating this Brookhaven team twice, the most recent game being by 6 runs, 12-6. You hope that they're not overlooking them because, as you were talking about, you thought that Pearl may have overlooked Quitman going into last Saturday because they'd already beaten them.
Right. Yeah, I did hear some players, kind of very confident in the Quitman game, maybe a little overly confident. And even though you hate to lose those games, those may not have been bad losses. It might have made the Pirates realize they're going to have to play hard and not to overlook this Brookhaven team because this is a very good team, and that they're going to have to play ball and not make mistakes and swing the bats good in order to give themselves a chance to win the game.
All right, the team's still getting loose, getting ready to go. We're on time for a 7 o'clock start tonight. We thought it was going to be 6, but somebody threw a JV game on us here in the late going, so that's why the Pirates are getting a late start here at 7 o'clock here in Brookhaven. We'll be back in just a minute. We'll go over the starting lineups and have your national anthem for you. You're listening to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Mississippi Blood Services is connecting donors with the patients whose lives they've saved.
John Matthew has blue rubber blood nevus syndrome, which causes him to need blood transfusions.
Getting to be the recipient is just unexplainable. I think I made a friend for life, and John, he's a wonderful little kid.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for saving his life.
When you give,
people live. Dial 888-902-5663 to save a life today.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball, coming to you live from Brookhaven as the Pirates get ready to take on the Panthers. This is Greg Flynn along with Roy Harper getting ready to bring you the action here. Going to take a look at the starting lineups right now. First, we'll go with the Pearl Pirates. Batting first will be Zach Carter. He'll be pitching. Second up is second baseman Alex Hutton. Number 3 in the lineup will be Parker Thurman, and he'll be in center field. Batting cleanup is your left fielder, Dalton Solis. Catching for the Pirates and batting next is Zach Prince. Then we'll have Dalton Sullivan playing first base. Then Paxton Bounds playing third. Jimmy Boyd will be at short. And last but certainly not least, Phelan Smith playing right field. And Roy, you want to give us the Brookhaven lineup?
Yeah, starting off and playing shortstop is Landon McCullough. Batting second, playing right field is Reed Jones. Pitching for the Panthers is Houston Case, batting third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman Andrew Culver. Zach Smith is catching, batting fifth. Seth Porter in left field, batting sixth. Second baseman Peyton Clark, batting seventh. The third baseman Blaine Moak, batting eighth. And the DH, Michael Lambert, batting ninth.
And Miles Tipton will be the center fielder for the Brookhaven Panthers. Last impressions, we got to see Zach Carter on the mound. Pitched very effectively in the early going against Macomb. Looking to mount that same kind of momentum tonight?
I think so. Zach's been really solid this year at pitching. He have maybe 1.5 innings where he gets in a little trouble, but seems to work out of most of them. It's been very effective, and his breaking ball, of course, is his lifeblood. So if he can get the breaking ball working and getting across the plate, he'll really have the batters off balance and should be effective.
Right now you see Coach Kevin Barnett and Coach Randy Spring for Brookhaven exchanging lineups down on the field, getting some of the ground rules going over with the umpires. It was a little interesting earlier. We had a beautiful day when we first showed up here, 85 degrees and a brisk wind that was blowing straight out into left center field. Now we've had a little rain shower come by. Certainly not as hot as it was. Sun beginning to go down, so things are going to cool off just a tad bit. But the wind's still blowing hard out to left center now after a short little respite. And Roy, I don't know, Pearl not exactly a hard-hitting ball club, not going to go deep very often, but if you get one up there, we may see something go.
It could go a ways. That's a pretty good jet stream flying through here right now.
So right now we're getting ready to introduce the teams here at the field. We've already given you the lineups, but Roy, the big question I have for you is, we have to manufacture runs. This is a Pearl team that just has to play small
ball, right?
And again, the overconfidence factor is what I'm worried about as we come into tonight, because Brookhaven looks extremely motivated to play these Pirates.
They do, and I did notice that when I walked up there. Brookhaven looks very fired up. I was in the dugout earlier getting the lineups from the coaches, and the kids are stoked. They're looking forward to this game. Of course, when I was in our dugout, I wasn't in there with the kids. They were out on the field at that time, so I couldn't see their excitement level, to make a fair assessment and compare it to them. But I think, like I said, I really think the overconfidence may be gone after the Saturday's losses. I really think they may have their heads on straight now. I'm sure Coach has had a talk with them and let them know that, hey, now you see you're going to have to play. You cannot look past, this team. Just because you beat them twice doesn't mean you're going to beat them again.
And also important because to get that first round bye and to not have to play in that play-in game for this young team that I think is really shocking themselves where they stand right now would be huge.
Right, that would be very big. Not to have to play that first week of the playoffs, get some extra practice time and a little rest to nurse any injuries they may have, and come in strong for that the second round, or I guess it's the first round after the play-in round. that'd be really big for the Pirates to get that first round bye.
Because right now, if things end the way that we want them to, Pearl would get the first round bye, and it would be Macomb and Brookhaven that would have to play off against each other for the right to even move on to get into that second round, as it were.
Right, and that's both of these teams are really going to be fighting for this. Of course, the Pirates' fate is in their own hands. Like I said, all they have to do is win 1 out of 3 games, and they're district champions. First time they would have been district champions in quite a while.
That would be, and the most unexpected year for them to be champions.
Right. That would be amazing. Really proud of the kids. Stand up and do what they've done. It's just been unbelievable this season.
That banner would look awfully nice.
Yes, it would.
Dangling out there.
Yes, it would.
Quite a far cry. I know that we're probably going to have some extremely high ratings tonight because not a lot of Pearl folks made it down here to the game. Brookhaven folks turned out pretty well, but we've got a smattering of some Pearl fans here, and we're getting ready to listen to the national anthem. So we will turn it over to the PA announcer and give you a little listen to our national anthem.
7 years, member of Old Brook Singers for 3 years, church choir for the last 11 years, and leading mentor at Rainy Water. We ask that you stand and please honor our national anthem.
Wonderful job of singing the national anthem. We will be right back with the first pitch between Pearl and Brookhaven. Right after this, you're listening to Pirate Baseball on the Pirate Media Network.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Right now you're looking at the Brookhaven Panthers being introduced and taking their spots out in the field. Those Panthers bring a 5-2 region record into this game, looking to knock off the Pirates, who are a perfect 6-0. Again, we've told you this is a key game for both of these teams tonight. For Brookhaven, they need to win to stay alive to possibly win the region title. Meanwhile, for Pearl, all they have to do is take care of business, win this one, and the Pirates will win the region and gain that all-important first-round bye in the playoffs. Leading off for the Pirates tonight will be Zach Carter, also going to be on the mound tonight. Zach comes in batting .279, Roy, and really not too bad coming in 20 games. That's a pretty good average.
That is. He slacked off a little bit here. That's not a good phrase. He hasn't slacked off. He's just had some bad luck. I was talking to some players this weekend. A couple of games that they played in Quitman, I heard he crushed a couple of balls. It's just one of them, the left fielder didn't have to move, the second baseman didn't have to move, the third baseman didn't have. I mean, he was just crushing the ball, but hitting it right at somebody, and that's just. He kind of snake bit right now with that. But if he keeps swinging the bat good, they're going to eventually find holes. And he has been swinging the bat very well all year.
Zach leading the team with 4 doubles and 6 RBI on the season. Then, like I said, we're not going to see too many home runs. We haven't hit the current team that's out there right now, not one home run.
Right. Yeah, I think the only home runs were for some players that were on the team earlier in the season. I think about 3 or 4 in the park home runs. And of course, a couple of those came from against some questionable defensive plays. You know, I mean, it was good, hard hit balls, but against a good caliber team like Brookhaven here, they, you know, probably just a double, maybe a triple.
Well, we know the Pirates are going to be aggressive. They're not afraid to take the big turns and go for that extra base and steal some bases. So you don't look for that to change tonight, do you?
I don't know. I wish I could have gone to the games this weekend and seen how they play, but if they played aggressive, if they were real aggressive and just couldn't get anything going, I would not be surprised if maybe they pull it back a little bit and try to be a little more conservative. I hope they don't. I hope they keep playing like they have been, aggressive on the base paths, putting the defense, put some pressure on the defense, trying to make them make plays. And if they make the play, then, hey, they made the play. But hopefully they'll stay aggressive.
So Zach's going to step in here, and he'll be facing off against Houston Case, the right-hander out there on the mound. Everybody getting ready to go, and we are ready to be underway here in Brookhaven. Case with the pitch, and Carter, first pitch swinging, grounds it down to third. Throw on over to first. Easy play, and Carter is retired.
Yeah, maybe that's answer to the question. First pitch swinging. Maybe they going to stay aggressive and swing early and keep moving on the base paths.
Well, I noticed that was the exact same thing that they did against Macomb. A lot of first pitch swinging out there.
I like seeing that.
That's going to bring Alex Hutton to the plate, second baseman, to face off against Houston Case. We'll see if Alex is going to be first pitch swinging. Now watches a strike come right in there.
It's a good break on that pitch. Just came right across the plate.
Case looking in, he's got it. The 0-1. In there again as Alex watches that one go right by. In the hole quickly, 0-2. Case taking a lot of time between this pitch. Inside. Takes the count to 1-2.
Yeah, so far, the pace of this game's a little different than Friday night when they were throwing the ball as soon as they got it on the mound.
Yeah, this is Houston apparently likes to work a little bit slower, so we're going to see how this works out. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Throw down to first, and Hutton is retired. That's going to bring to the plate Parker Thurman, center field for the Pirates. Parker batting .375 on the year. 6 RBI, 2 doubles, 1 triple. We could use a triple right here, a little 2-out rally. First pitch, Parker leaned in like he thought it was inside, but called a strike.
Must have just caught the inside corner.
Nearly caught the end of his uniform.
I thought it was pretty close.
So Parker backs off the plate a little bit, the 0-1. Now that one's inside. That levels the count at 1-1. Got to get a good 2-out rally going here. Yeah. We're successful doing that against Macomb in the first inning.
Right, and Parker's been swinging the bat very well, and he's been really running the bases really good, so no telling what can happen here.
The 1-1 pitch, a little bit low, takes the count to 2-1. He's gotten just a little chillier, but the humidity level has gone up.
Yes, it has.
Exponentially. There's the 2-1 pitch to Parker. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Parker took a really big swing at that one now. I think he was trying to get it up in that jet stream, see how far it would go.
Takes the count to deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Case looks in. He's got his sign. Pitch high and inside just by a hair. Takes the count full. 3-2.
Parker's got a really good eye at the plate.
Well, we'll see if he can't find his way down to first base here in some capacity, whether it's a walk or with a knock. Swinging a foul straight back to the screen. Keeps the count at 3-2. Lights on here at Brookhaven now.
It's a beautiful evening for baseball.
Yeah, it cooled it off just a hair. A little steamy when we first got in at the ballpark, but that quick little rain shower would just seem to say down here in the south. Don't know if it's going to quite make it up to the Jackson area. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul again. Parker battling at the plate.
Yeah, Parker staying alive, swinging the bat, fouling the bat. The pitcher's pitches off, hoping he'll make a mistake, leave one up in the zone for him.
Case working very slow on the mound, being very sure-handed about getting his feet just right on the rubber. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Inside, and Parker very patient at bat. Works back from behind in the count and trots on down to first base with a walk.
That was really good at bat by Parker. Saw a lot of pitches, made the pitcher work a little bit, and earns the free pass to first.
That's going to bring our cleanup hitter, Dalton Solis, to the plate. Chance to keep a little 2-out rally going. First pitch from Case. In there for a strike.
Looking at Dalton's hit chart, he is definitely a pull hitter. Very few balls have been hit to right or right center.
Well, there's some room down that left field line if he can turn on it. The 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Dalton. Couldn't quite catch up to that fastball. Takes the count to 0-2. Thurman down on first. Takes a little bit of a lead. Case not really paying much attention. Strike 3, caught looking, is Dalton Solis, even though Parker Thurman running on the play. So that'll do it for the Pirates. We played in half an inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. Brookhaven coming up in the bottom of the first right after this.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper with you here from Brookhaven, where the Panthers will come to bat here in the bottom of the first. Pearl unable to get on the board in their top half, leaving a runner on. Taking the mound for the Pirates tonight is Zach Carter. Comes in with a average of .369, an ERA of .369, and 5-2 on the season, and really likes to work fast, Roy. Likes to get into that rhythm.
He does, and if he gets in that rhythm, look out. sometimes that gets him in trouble, though. When he starts struggling a little bit, he may need to slow it down, step off the mound, take a breath, and sometimes he doesn't. He just presses on, and he's a battler. He never gives up.
Well, he made it into the fourth inning in the last game against Macomb that we got to see, and then you could tell he got a little bit tired because he plunked 2 batters and then left the game, but you could tell he was wearing down a little bit, so hopefully he can not throw as many pitches. He threw a lot of pitches, if I recall, in that last game early on.
Yeah, he did. I wish I had that pitch count for that game. Just don't have it with me at this time.
So Landon McCullough, the shortstop for Brookhaven, will lead things off. First pitch goes outside for a ball. Carter again doesn't want to waste any time. He's ready to come again. That pitch went about 58 feet. Didn't quite make it. Takes the count to 2-0.
Zach wasting no time. Right back on the mound, ready to throw the next pitch.
The 2-0 swung and hit hard down the left field line and going foul and out of play. Takes the count to 2-1. Yeah, you can't nap out there if you're the Panthers because Zach just gets it ready and zings it. Next pitch. Wide and outside. Takes the count to 3-1. I think you're right, Roy. Sometimes if he may not get in that rhythm right away, if he's not clicking, then you're going to see that he gets a little wild.
Right.
That was a big pitch right there. Strike fastball right down the middle.
That was a good pitch. Getting good location. McCullough couldn't catch up with it, and Zach, just needs to just keep plugging away and but try not to go too wild.
Full count. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Zach doesn't walk a lot of folks for as many 36 innings pitched, 19 walks. Not too bad. He doesn't put too many guys on base.
No, that's not bad at all. He has pretty good control, usually.
Another pitch fouled back behind the plates. Keeps the count at 3-2. Nobody down here in the bottom of the first. Zach once again ready to go. Waiting on McCullough to get in there. There's another foul back. That one looked like it might have been off the concession stand. Still a lot of pitches he's having to throw to this first batter.
Yeah, this was what I was about to say. McCullough's really battling him. Zach's already thrown 8 pitches to him.
3-2 pitch, just a little bit low. That's going to allow McCullough to trot down to first base with a opening walk, and not exactly how Zach wanted to start off the game, putting somebody on with putting the leadoff batter on.
No, it's not. The leadoff batter getting on is really big in any age group of baseball. When the leadoff batter gets on, bad things happen to the defense.
Zach with a quick throw over to first. Keep McCullough close. It's going to bring up Reed Jones to the plate, the right fielder here for the Panthers. McCullough once again taking a moderate lead off of the bag at first. First pitch to Jones outside for ball 1. A good look at the leadoff down there at first as McCullough taking a good 4 or 5 step lead. Carter can't find the plate once again. That ball low. Now 2-0 to Jones. Zach taking a little bit more time now with the runner on. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Umpire called that a strike. That wasn't exactly a very demonstrative strike. I
was wondering. I kept watching him to see what kind of call he was going to make.
Yeah, that was a very low-key strike, so that takes the count to 2-1 to Jones.
Yeah, I noticed the official scorekeeper had to wait a second for that one also.
No doubt about that one. Runner going after a pitch in the dirt. McCullough slides in safely at second. Hutton was glad to pick that ball up before it shot off into center field to keep McCullough just at second base. So that now puts a runner in scoring position here in the first. Carter behind in the count 3-1 to Reed Jones. The 3-1 pitch high and outside. And Jones will trot down to first. So the worst way you could possibly start. Wild, Zach really trying to find his control. Puts the first 2 runners on with walks.
Yeah, Prince walks out and talks to Carter on the mound. That's a good move. Just walk out there, let him take a couple of breaths, and Zach just needs to tell him, hey, just settle down. You know, just don't press. You got 7 guys playing behind you. Just pitch strikes, let them hit the ball, and let the defense do their jobs.
And we'll go get it. Again, Pearl doesn't make very many errors in the field, so just let him put it into play.
Yeah, very solid defensively.
That's going to bring Houston Case, Zach's pitching counterpart, to the plate. He lays out a bunt to third base line. Perfect bunt that it will just roll foul across the line. Paxton was going to have no play down there at first, so just very happy that the ball rolled a little bit on the line.
Yeah, I believe that caught everybody off guard. Nobody was expecting that. And just fouled by a couple of inches.
So good play by Paxton down there at third, letting that ball roll foul. That's going to send the runners back to their spots at first and second. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Squares to bunt again. This time lets it go high, evening the count at 1-1. Pirates, I think, still not buying that he's going to lay down that bunt because they're not playing extremely in at the corners.
No, they're not. If you'll notice, when he squares around, the first baseman's coming in.
Squares again. There it is, popped up down the third base line, going foul. So that takes the count to 1-2. Not really respecting that bunt. Not quite sure.
Yeah, they're really not. Of course, Paxton never charged on when he squared around on any of them. He goes to the bag to cover. Dalton Sullivan, I don't know if you could call it a charge. He took a few steps in, but I don't know if you'd actually say he charged.
Yeah, not very aggressive. So,
but with 2 strikes now, I would be surprised if they're still going to have the bunt sign on. But he's squaring around like they are.
All right. Both runners take their lead from first and second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Squared to bunt, but pulls it back and now fouls it straight back behind the plate, out of play. Leaving the count at 1-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Carter looking to pitch his way out of his own jam that he's created. The 1-2 pitch perfectly in there for strike 3, called looking, and Case will take a seat heading back over to the dugout. So that's 1 down. If they can possibly turn 2 here, we can get out of this thing with no damage done.
Yeah, that ought to make Zach feel good. That's a big out there at the plate. Maybe give him a little confidence, settle him down a little bit.
That brings first baseman Andrew Culver to the plate. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Landon McCullough down at second. Reed Jones taking his lead off of first. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball gets away, and both runners will be able to advance now, second and third. Both runners now in scoring position. And Carter now behind in the count, 2-0 to the first baseman, Andrew Culver. That's 3 pitches now, Roy, in this inning that the ball hasn't quite gotten all the way to the catcher.
Yeah, Zach's really pressing right now. You would hope that strikeout would have given him some confidence and calmed him down a little bit. The umpire taking a little time brushing the plate off. Maybe that'll help him out some.
Just give Zach something to get his concentration. Just has not looked sharp here in the early goings. He's ready, and here comes the 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Culver. Takes the count to 2-1. Double play not in order, so he's still got a pretty big jam to work out of now.
Yeah, he does.
The 2-1 pitch, another big swing and a miss. That's going to level the count at 2-2. Zach really looking for the strikeout now.
Oh, the strikeout here would be huge. Get the strikeout, make it 2 outs, then you don't really have to worry as much about the runners at second and third because you can get the third out at first without a runner scoring.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. They check down to see if he went. No. Third base umpire says no. Check the swing. That'll take the count full. 3-2. I think Zach disagreed a little bit, but just got to compose yourself, get back on the mound. Wasting no time. The 3-2. Big swing and a miss. He gets that strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Carter as he is 1 out away from getting himself out of this jam. Runners down at second and third, but he's gotten 2 consecutive strikeouts. One looking and one a very big swing by the cleanup hitter, which will now bring to the plate the catcher for Brookhaven, Zach Smith. Swinging a foul back. That's going to go out of play down the third base line.
Of course, you'd like to see Zach get this out with throwing a minimal amount of pitches. He's already up to 26 pitches this inning. And,
that is a lot of pitches in the top half of the first.
Yes, it is.
And there comes the 0-1 pitch. Another ball. Just can't quite get around on it. That one fouled straight back and over the press box here. So Carter quickly out ahead in the count, 0-2. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Big pitch coming up right here. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. High. Smith didn't want to chase it. Takes the count to 1-2. Again, these two Zacks don't waste any time. I like Smith jumping in there ready to take his at-bat. There's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away. They'll throw down to first, record the out. And that'll do it as Zach Carter pitches out of a tremendous jam, 2 on with nobody out, and winds up striking out the side. So at the end of 1, no score here from Brookhaven. We'll be right back on the Pirate Media Network.
And Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine in or carry out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network from Brookhaven. We head to the top of the second. No score here between the Pirates and the Panthers. Leading off for the Pirates will be Zach Prince. He'll be followed by Dalton Sullivan and Paxton Bounds as Pearl looks to get something going here. But, Roy, I cannot tell you how much Zach Carter impressed us by pitching himself in and out of a jam in the bottom half of that inning.
Well, it was outstanding. He settled down, buckled down when he had to. He threw a lot of pitches, but he got out without giving up any runs. Runners at second and third, strikes out the side, and just outstanding pitching by Zach.
All right, so it'll be Zach Prince here leading off the top of the second as the Pirates look to get something going. Houston Case out there on the mound trying to get himself together. pulling his sleeves up out there. He's ready. Zach first pitch swinging, fouls that one back behind the plate. Quickly in the hole, 0-1. First pitch swinging again. I'm telling you, Pearl's just looking to be aggressive.
I've always liked that. I like aggressive teams. A lot of teams will sit and let the first pitch go, and a lot of times the first pitch is the best.
Zach second pitch swinging, grounds this one down to first. Culver will grab it and step on the bag unassisted. And Prince is retired. I'll bring up Dalton Sullivan to the plate. Sullivan comes in hitting .250, 5 RBI, and 2 doubles coming into the game tonight. Umpire walking over, talking to Coach Barnett. I don't know, getting a bit of a warning over there. I don't know exactly what the umpire was talking about.
Yeah, I believe some emotions may have run a little high.
All right, so the quick warning over into the Pearl dugout, and we're ready to play. Dalton Sullivan now at the plate. Ooh, that pitch comes right and hits him, strafes his back on between the 2 and the 5, and he'll trot on down to first base, hit by the pitch.
Yeah, I don't believe there was any way he was going to be able to dodge that one.
Very difficult when you throw a fastball straight behind him. Not a whole lot of time to make a decision. So
no.
That'll put Sullivan on and bring Paxton Bounds to the plate. Bounds comes in hitting .250 with 7 RBI on the season. Case has his sign. He's ready. Throws over to first. And Sullivan dives back in with no problem. We always talk about Pearl liking to be aggressive. You know, they're not afraid to steal a base. A lot of big leads, take big turns.
Yeah, they go on first movement a lot of times. Sometimes it gets them in a jam. But like I said, it's constant pressure on the defense.
Case ready for his first pitch in here to Paxton Bounds. Bounds swings and fouls it off, and I think fouled it off himself. Catches a bit of a stinger. He's walking around trying to shake it off. Well, I couldn't tell. Did that hit him on the arm?
I really couldn't tell where it hit him at. I don't know if it's his hand or his arm that he's holding.
He's definitely shaking things around because it definitely caught. It looks like it caught him on the upper arm. You don't see that every day. You can't get a foul that comes off your own arm.
That's hard to do. You got to hand it to him for doing that.
But he looks to be all right. He just rubbed a little dirt on it, and he's stepping back in there ready to take the 0-1 pitch in there from Case. Sullivan takes his lead off from first. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Evens the count at 1-1. Sullivan trots back over to first. Certainly would like to see us get somebody in scoring position here. Draw first blood in the game.
Yeah, Sullivan's getting a big lead out there, and his secondary lead is really big. I think he just wants to see how far he can get.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Outside, goes to 2-1. You can definitely tell the Case was bothered by Sullivan on that play because he was not focusing on the plate, and it would throw that pitch a little bit outside.
Right. Yeah, Sullivan's really playing with his mind over there a little bit.
The 2-1 pitch inside, gets away from the catcher. He can't find it. Sullivan's going to trot on down to second, take a big turn, but he will hold there. So just as we said it, there's a runner now in scoring position. Right out there for Bounds to pick him up.
And Paxton, all he needs, good solid base hit, score a run here, give the Pirates the early lead.
Paxton ahead in the count 3-1, calls time to step out. Thought Case was taking a little long. He's still shaking off that right hand a little bit. He must have caught a pretty good stinger when he fouled that pitch off. He's back in there and ready. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Excellent pitch on the inside. Just kind of tied Paxton up in knots.
Well, that was a really good pitch. Good location, had good movement on it. Just really caught Paxton off guard.
Sullivan takes his lead out from second. Paxton ready, the 3-2 pitch. Ball low and inside, so he will trot on down to first base, and the Pirates have something cooking here in the top of the second with 2 runners on, and that's going to bring up shortstop Jimmy Boyd. It's also going to bring out a visit to the mound as they're trying to settle Houston Case down as he's got hit Dalton Sullivan with a pitch and then promptly walks Paxton Bounds to give the Pirates a little bit of something cooking here. Now the 2 runners will come over and have a little chit-chat with Coach Barnett as they want to get on the same page with their signs. You hate to run yourself out of an inning here, Roy, because I think Barnett wants to make sure that they know the signs and not to take too many chances.
Right, he just reminded them to don't fall asleep on the bases and watch that pitcher. And, just we don't need to lose the opportunity here.
Yeah, certainly don't get caught napping. So the runners will trot back to their respective bases. Brookhaven coach is heading back into the dugout, and that's going to allow Jimmy Boyd to step in. Chance to be a hero here. Just 1 out here in the top of the second inning, as Case got a quick out to start this inning with Zach Prince, but the next 2 runners have reached, taking us to this point. Case is ready. And his first pitch to Jimmy Boyd. That ball low and inside for ball 1. Boyd, I think, going to show a little bit more patience here. Wait to really get something to hit.
Yeah, I like seeing this now, back off the aggressiveness a little bit and make the pitcher work some.
Both runners, neither one being held on. The 1-0 pitch swung on and swung through by Boyd. It's going to level the count at 1-1. They're playing him straight away out there in the outfield, but I tell you what, if Boyd can hit one the other way, that ball's going to roll a long time out there down the right field line.
Oh, that'd be really good. He was a little bit late on that swing, and maybe that's what he needs.
Case is ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside as Jimmy backs away from it. Takes the count to 2-1. Now's when you really see him maybe get aggressive. Roy, would you keep the runners where they are, or would you try and get him in motion?
No, I would be a little aggressive here. I might try a hit and run at least.
Well, we will find out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Runner's not going. Boyd, little nubber out to first base. Culver picks it up, tosses it on over to Case, who records the out, but both runners are able to advance on the play. So the Pirates now with 2 runners in scoring position. Big chance now for Phelan Smith, the right fielder, to really step up, get a base knock, and bring 2 runs home. Boyd actually did the best, he wasn't going to get a hit, did the best thing he could do, and got it over to the right side, allowing both runners to move up on the play.
Right, that's effectively he sacrificed over, even though it doesn't go as a sacrifice. It was just as good as a bunt. Get the runners, advance them over, and hope for a base hit with 2 outs.
That was a big swinging bunt almost down, a little number down to first base. So here's Phelan as he steps in, waiting on the first pitch from Case. He swings, and he hits a little number down to third. Phelan runs well. Here's the throw. Bang, bang play. They get him. So the put out 5-3, and that ends the threat. Once again, the Pirates come up empty. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We've played 1.5. No score here from Brookhaven. We'll be back on the Pirate Media Network.
It was once called East Jackson, but the city of Pearl's been coming into its own ever since then. The folks at the Pearl Chamber of Commerce are proud of their city and want to give you just a few facts to consider. For instance, its commitment to excellence in education with Pearl's public schools and the Rankin branch of Hines Community College. It's a community whose people are grounded in faith and family. Consider Pearl's political contributions. Ray Rogers and Dean Kirby in the state legislature, and U.S. Congressman Greg Harper's district headquarters in his hometown of Pearl. It's become a handsome east entrance to the metro area on I-20 with shopping places like Bass Pro and the new Sam's Club, and Trustmark Park, home of the Mississippi Braves. The State Fire Academy's in Pearl, and so is the state headquarters of NEMA and other government agencies. The newly elected slate of city officials is excited about Pearl and making it an even better place. It's come a long way from being just a quaint little neighborhood east of Jackson. The city of Pearl, a city creating its own future.
Hometown Spotlight is sponsored by the Pearl Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper with you from Brookhaven, where we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Pirates and the Panthers. And Roy, I'm sitting in this seat because DP is out at Trustmark Park tonight, and I believe you have an update for us about what's going on out there.
Yeah, I do. I have a score after 3 innings. Rebels lead the Bulldogs 1-0.
So the Rebels up 1-0, and it was the Rebels coming off in a sweep. They got swept by Vanderbilt in Oxford this past weekend.
They did. Vanderbilt in most polls ranked number 2. I think a couple have them ranked number 1. So tough series for the Rebels. I am a Rebel. I was really hoping they would do a lot better than that. They've been struggling lately. Their last 3 series, they've lost them. Lost the last 3 series. Of course, was swept the last one against Vanderbilt. They're looking for a little identity right now.
Well, certainly you know that their confidence would be restored if they come away with a win in the Governor's Cup.
It would be big. I think Baseball America has the Bulldogs ranked 16th and the Rebels ranked 18th right now. And so this would be a big confidence boost to knock off the Bulldogs.
So we'll keep you updated as we go along. DP, I know, posting the pictures on his Facebook page of a packed house there at Trustmark Park. All right, so here in the second inning, we're going to be led off by Seth Porter facing off against Zach Carter. Carter, after putting the first 2 men on in the first, struck out the side, giving him 39 strikeouts on the season now. But he quickly falls behind in the count here to Porter, 2-0. Don't want to see him have a repeat, Roy, because he threw a lot of pitches that first inning, did he not?
He did. He threw 29 pitches in the first inning. Now he's up to 32 with 3 balls this inning, and he really needs to settle down or he's not going to last real long.
So that ball bounces away from Prince. And taking that to 3-0. Clark taking all the way, Porter taking all the way, and watches a strike go by, taking the count to 3-1.
Yeah, one place the Pirates are really thin at is pitcher. So we really need Zach to try to settle down and go as deep as he can, try to save some arms.
3-1 pitch. Must have caught the inside corner. That ball was looked quite a bit off the plate, but that's all right. Takes the count to 3-2. Carter wasting no time. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Prince, but he will throw on down to first. And for the second consecutive out, it's a strikeout with a throwdown. Batter is retired. Strikeout and a 2-3. So that's a good way for Zach to get this half inning started now. 1 up, 1 down with a strikeout. That's going to bring in the second baseman, Peyton Clark. That first pitch on the outside corner. In for a strike. Carter wasting no time. Throws a second pitch in the dirt. Prince, a nice job to block that. Okay. Levels the count at 1-1.
You don't want to look away when Zach's pitching.
No, he does not give you a whole lot of time. There's a swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball thrown in there by Carter. He's now ahead in the count 1-2. Roy, that wind continues to blow pretty strong out there to left center field, but I don't see anybody that's able to get one up in the air even with these aluminum bats.
Yeah, I haven't either, but if they do, look out.
There's a ball grounded down the third base line, foul. Rolls around down into the left field corner. Keeps the count at 1-2. Again, no score here in the bottom of the second. 1 out. Zach ready for the 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss and yet another strikeout. Roy, that's 5 strikeouts now.
And he's faced how many batters?
7.
7.
5 out of 7's not bad.
No, it's not. All 5 outs.
So that another swing and a miss. And Carter is really settled down now. After walking the first 2 batters of the game, he's found his control, getting in that rhythm, and there's another strike in there. He's really cyclical. If he gets in that rhythm, he's really on.
Right. He finds the zone. He gets in it, and hopefully he's found it. He's looking good right now, and make quick work of this inning.
That's a ball 1-1 to Blaine Moak, the third baseman here for the Panthers. That was the count at 1-1. A very good crowd here for the Brookhaven folks, even though we had that little rain shower. They've stuck around and knew it was going to be a nice night for baseball. Very important game here for both the Pirates and the Panthers. Check swing. Called strike. So Zach once again out ahead in the count, 1-2. Gets his sign, ready to work again. The 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and for the second straight inning, it is Carter striking out the side. That is 6 in a row set down by Carter. What a way to end the second inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 2 with no score here in Brookhaven. We're right back here on the Pirate Media Network.
Since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Welcome back to Brookhaven. The Pirates and the Panthers, no score here as we go to the top of the third. Zach Carter to lead off. Watches the first ball go high. 1-0. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper here with you tonight as we try and bring the Pirates a little bit of good luck. We succeeded last week against Macomb. We're hoping to do it again tonight.
Yeah, maybe we'll be their good luck charm.
That would be A-okay with me. So that ball again goes outside, and Zach quickly ahead, 2-0. Is that your phone, Roy?
No, it's not. I keep looking.
Here's a big swing and a miss by Zach. Takes the count to 2-1. Carter absolutely efficient on the mound the last inning. Roy, what did you say his pitch count was different?
Yeah, the first inning he pitched 339 pitches, and the second one only 15.
Great level of efficiency.
That one caught him.
And Carter gets nicked by the pitch, and so he'll trot on down to first. So that may give Pearl a little something to work with here now. As Alex Hutton, the second baseman, will step in. He struck out in the first inning, but was retired because the ball got away as the catcher threw down to first. Hutton standing in, looking down at Coach Barnett, getting the signs. Throw over to first, but Carter back in safely.
And Zach leads the team in stolen bases. I would not be surprised to see him go early.
So Hutton's still waiting to see his first pitch. Carter going, throw down. He gets in there as the throw came up a little bit short out there at second base, which allowed Carter to slide in safely. So that puts a runner in scoring position now for the Pirates, as Alex hoping to at least move the runner over, which would be an outstanding small ball play, would it not?
That would. I would not be surprised to see Alex square around a bunt here. Usually a pretty good bunter. He gets the ball down. He's got a lot of speed. Could easily beat the play out, but I would not be surprised to see a sacrifice here.
Zach Carter had to do a little housekeeping out there, as he had about 3 pounds of turf go up underneath his belt, so he cleaned that out after sliding in head first into second base safely. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hutton. He squares around as though he's going to bunt, and Case steps off. Second baseman came in to hold Carter out there just to keep him close. Don't want him to take off too early. Ready again. Carter with a big lead out there at second. Hutton again squares around. First baseman basically standing in his hip pocket. Here's a liner right back up the middle out to shortstop, who was standing right on the bag. Throws on over to first to get the out. But Hutton does exactly what he wanted to do. He roos the runner over, as Carter is able to take third on the play. That thing was so lucky that that thing didn't shoot out into center field, because the shortstop had been standing there. It was hit so hard back up the middle as he was trying to keep Carter close that the ball was just happy birthday right there in front of him, and was able to throw on to first base.
Yeah, it was a good swing by Alex. Made good contact, and plus the pitcher had blocked the shortstop a little bit, so he made a good play to field the ball.
That's going to bring Parker Thurman to the plate. Takes a look at a strike that comes inside right across the corner. So Zach Carter standing just 90 feet away with the first run of the game possibly. Parker looking to pick him up right here. Walked in his first at bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. Takes the count to 1-1.
If Parker could at least get one up a little bit and maybe a sacrifice fly at a minimum, looks like it'd go big in this game.
Panthers playing in at the corners. Playing a little bit more shallow than usual. That pitch out of the strike zone. Takes the count to 2-1. So Parker ahead in the count here. Looking for a good pitch to hit, at least to put it into play. Get it into the outfield, get a run home. Case has got his sign and he's ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Way inside. That takes the count to 3-1. Really good position here for Parker. He can afford to be just, a little more judicious in what he swings at. But if you get a good one, now's the time to give it a good ride. You can pretty much guarantee he's going to see a fastball here.
Yes, he's going to see a pitch to hit here. Now, if it's across the plate or not is going to be the deciding factor, I believe.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Way inside, and I don't know if that hit him, but either way, he's going to be taking first base. Parker trots on down to first, and now we got runners at the corners here in the top of the third. Still just one down. So once again, a great opportunity, but now it's Dalton Solis' turn, our left fielder, who struck out looking in his first at bat back in the first. Really need him to put the ball in play here, Roy.
Yeah, he does. And Dalton's a pull hitter. The wind's blowing out toward left center, so if he can get it up, at least get a sacrifice. But he's got a lot of room down there in left field to that ball rattle around in.
That ball hits him on the left shoulder as he turned into it, tried to get out of the way, and now the bags are full of Pirates as they have got something cooking here in the top of the third. As I tell you what, Houston Case, who looked very solid in the first, struggled a little bit in the second inning. He hit a batter, had a walk. Here he's hit a batter, another walk, another hit batter. Looks like we've really got a chance to jump on him while he's struggling.
Yeah, this big opportunity for Prince coming up. A base hit here, and he's been swinging the bat okay, making good contact. So this really big at bat.
So Zach Carter down at third, Parker Thurman at second, Dalton Solis at first, Zach Prince at the plate. Watches the first pitch. Big breaking ball crosses over the plate for a strike. 0-1.
And another thing, if you want to see somebody demonstrative, if they get a hit, Watch Zach.
It'll be Zach, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Prince can be a king right here if he can get the ball somewhere between somebody. Watches another strike go in. Looked a little bit low, but umpire calls it a strike. He's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Prince grounded out to first back in the second inning. Looking to get something to the outfield right here. The 0-2 pitch. That ball outside. Zach wasn't biting. Tried to get him to chase on that 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, he was hoping Zach be a little anxious with 2 strikes on him. Try to protect the plate and just swing at anything that looked halfway decent. But Zach showed good patience and held up.
Case looks in. He's ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball straight down the pipe, and Prince just could not catch up to it.
Yeah, he was just overpowered on that pitch. Good hard swing, but just Case had a little bit too much on it, and Zach couldn't catch up to it.
Could not catch up, so that is a big K there for Case. And that's going to bring Dalton Sullivan to the plate. His chance to be a hero now with 2 outs. Bases full of Pirates. Dalton not quite ready, calls a quick time, steps out of the box, compose himself, steps back in. He's ready to face Case. First pitch comes in low. Count 1-0. And no score here in the top of the third. Pirates with a golden opportunity. Don't want to waste it. Really need Dalton to come through here.
The Pirates need a really big hit here to at least score 1.
Time called once again by Sullivan.
You really hate to see the Pirates not score at least 1 run with bases loaded and 1 out. So it's going to take a big hit from Dalton.
Dalton with a swing and fouls that back. Out of play here over the home plate. So that levels the count at 1-1. Again, Zach Carter feeling awfully lonely. He's down there at third. Parker Thurman sitting out at second. Dalton Solis waiting at first. Pirates loaded the bases here without the benefit of a hit. Comes the 1-1. Big breaking ball in there for a strike that Sullivan didn't quite agree with the call. He can't believe that was called a strike. Coach Barnett tells him to settle down, just focus on playing ball. So Dalton does just that, steps back in. Waits on Case. He decides to call time again. Dalton just doesn't look very comfortable to sit bat.
No, he doesn't. Real jittery, in and out of the box. He needs to settle down and just hit the ball good.
The 1-2 pitch fouled back. Zinged over into the Brookhaven dugout.
That was a good swing. A little late on the swing, but good form. Just needs to speed his bat up a little bit on that fastball by Case.
I think our expert cameraman down there, Carol Davis, said his heart jump up into his throat as that ball barely missed Carol down there, who not exactly spry these days, but he certainly got out of the way of that one.
I think he can move when he needs to.
Carol, if you can hear us down there, Frank says he's going to buy you something after the game for that play. So here we go. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Base is still full of Pirates. Dalton Sullivan looking to be a hero. Lines one right back up the middle. Shortstop grabs it. Easy way early to second. Records the out. So the Pirates fail to capitalize here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. As we have played 2.5, still no score here from Brookhaven. We're back in a minute here on the Pirate Media Network.
In the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South, my friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
Welcome back here to Pirate Baseball on the Pirate Media Network. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper with you live from Brookhaven tonight as we now head to the bottom of the third with no score between the Panthers and the Pirates. Roy, you just can't say enough. A blown opportunity there in the Pirates' half of the third to get a run.
Oh, you really hate to see that. Have bases loaded with one out. All you need is a sacrifice, a fly ball of some sort, or a ground ball. In the hole, just make contact, and instead they get the big Brookhaven gets the strikeout of Zach Prince, and then the next batter grounds out to short, force out at second, and just a wasted opportunity by the Pirates, who, by the way, have left 6 men on base so far through 3 innings.
Not what you like to see in what could be a region clinching game here for the Pirates tonight, but nevertheless, that puts Zach Carter back to work, who has just been stellar. The Panthers have yet to really touch him. He's walked 2 batters and then struck out the next 6. So Zach working on 6 straight strikeouts. Faces off here against the designated hitter Michael Lambert, who promptly fouls the first pitch back into the screen behind home plate. And he's in the hole, 0-1. Really, Carter settled down, walked the first 2 batters, and has been extremely sharp the rest of the way, and continues to work very quickly out on the mound. Of course, just as I said that, he steps off. Here's his next pitch, comes in, and it is about 1.5 foot short of home plate. So that'll level the count at 1-1. Looking to retire his 7th batter in a row. There's a hopper out to third, can't get it, goes to short. Long throw, no, will not be made by Jimmy Boyd, and Lambert will reach on what was most definitely a hit. Could not be grabbed by Paxton Bounds. Ball just did jump over his glove, and Jimmy Boyd was able to snare it, but had no chance to get a fast-moving Michael Lambert, who makes it down to first base with the first hit of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a good play by Boyd to just stick it in his pocket, not try to make a wild throw and let the runner end up at second base.
All right, that's going to bring up Landon McCullough, the shortstop. His first pitch, he squares to bunt and fouls it off over on the Brookhaven dugout. Landon, his first at bat, walked and then stole a base, but was left stranded all by his lonesome self out there at second. Back in the first. He steps in here looking to move Lambert across, who takes a big lead out there at first. Carter throws over there just to keep him honest. Lambert dives back in with relative ease. Zach's all ready to go. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul again. Kind of bounds back here to the net. They really haven't made any kind of contact yet on Zach. I mean, it hasn't been anything hard hit, foul. He's really kept him off balance.
He has. I mean, the balls that are hit are just soft ground balls or soft fouls. A couple of hard fouls, but nothing in play.
Zach throws back over to first. Lambert dives back in. He's safe. Ahead in the count here to McCullough, 0-2. Really just wants to try and keep Lambert close, but really focus here on the batter, because you're ahead in the count. You don't want to have any lapse in concentration here. The 0-2 pitch way outside. Throw back down to first. Lambert dives back in safely.
Yeah, just as you say that, Zach, a little wild on that pitch. Yeah, he needs to settle down some. Just keep your eye on that runner, but don't worry about him too much. Let's get the batter at the plate and not waste an inning and give them opportunity with a couple of men on base.
Yeah, that almost worked out as a pitch out almost.
Right, it did.
Carter again throws back over, trying to keep Lambert close. They are anticipating him to go. He's got some wheels. We saw that as he hit that ball out to deep shortstop, as there was going to be no play made on him. He's got a pretty good motor. So they want to keep him close to the bag over there at first. Zach's ready with the 1-2 pitch. This time he comes home with it. Bounces it back there to Prince. And that will level the count off at 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Carter ready. He's got his sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a deep fly ball to center field. Parker Thurman tracks it. No, the ball gets down. Lord, I thought he had that ball. That ball got down. I don't know where he lost it. The throw comes back in. And the runners will be at second and third as McCullough slammed one out to left center field. Really looked like Thurman had a beat on it, but I don't know exactly what happened, Roy. Could you tell if he lost it?
I couldn't tell. Like you said, I thought he had it for a second. He had the beat on it, threw his glove up, reached up, and acted like he had the play, and I just couldn't tell from here. I was blocked out.
Yeah, it's kind of, there's a shade out there. There's a little gap in where the lights were, and it kind of lost sight of Parker out there, but it looked like he had a good beat on it. He was moving hard to his right, but the ball got down, and that allows McCullough to get in there with a double. Lambert stands down at third. So Zach here once again having a pitch out of a huge jam. Second and third, nobody out. Reed Jones, the right fielder at the plate, he walked his first at bat. He watches the first pitch sail high for ball one.
Yeah, McCullough just crushed that ball. I mean, he just teed off on it. It would have been a spectacular play if Parker could have made it out there.
Of course, you know we jinxed him because we said they hadn't been touching him.
Right.
The second pitch is fouled off by Jones back here to the screen. Levels the count at 1-1. Carter ready with his offering. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Really kind of handcuffed Jones right there as he swung right through. Is kind of on the bat handle, a good inside pitch that he wasn't anticipating to be there. Could not catch up with it, and that takes him to the count of 1-2.
Yeah, I'd like to see Zach throw that same pitch again. Bring it inside, maybe even a little more off the plate. You know, don't hit the batter, but bring it in more and see if he'll swing again.
The 1-2 pitch comes inside again, just as Roy asked for.
Yeah, right here, maybe, you know, with what is the count, a 2-2 count? Maybe just throw him something off speed on the outside corner.
Does exactly. Roy, are you calling the game from up here? Catching. Great off-speed breaking ball. Catches the outside. Swing and a miss by Jones.
Yeah. Outstanding pitch by Zach. Really had the batter off balance, weak swing, and good location. Good location, good pitch selections.
You'd think Roy knew what he was talking about. Did you ever play catcher, Roy?
Once or twice.
Once or twice. That was excellent. Stealing the signs, I think, or something. But that was an excellent call. Did exactly what he wanted him to do. And Zach getting now a visit from Prince out at the mound. Don't know exactly what they're talking about. Probably trying to see if they want to. Well, you wouldn't want to load the bases here this early in the game, would you, to set up a double play?
This early, I don't think I would.
You got the third hitter in Houston Case here at the plate. I don't know if they were discussing putting him on or not, just to put a double play in order. But
yeah, I don't think I would load the bases. I would take my chances. He struck out looking his first time up, so you know I would take my chances and just see what we could do.
All right, Zach looking in. He's ready. He's got his sign. Big breaking ball. Sails high for ball one.
Now notice something on this play. Alex, the second baseman, is holding the runner on at second. He's playing close to second. He's pulled off a little bit now, but he's getting a late break back to his position.
Well, and you can see that Case knew exactly that, trying to go the other way with that, because there's a huge hole that's opened up with Hutton cheating close to that bag.
And I'm not a big fan of that play. I'm not a big fan of playing that close to the bag and getting a late break back to his. Now, he gets back over there early now. Now, that's good. He's set. Of course, Jimmy stepped off, but, he's good and set there. The first two pitches, he was not in a good fielding position.
The 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2, 2-1. And I'm not exactly sure why Hutton's even doing that, because he's not going to hold the runner. They're not trying to keep that runner close on second.
Right.
Because there's a runner already ahead of him, so he's not going anywhere.
And Alex may have realized that after the second pitch, and that's why he pulled on over and is playing more in his position.
Yeah, you want to just stay right where you are to hopefully field that ball and be in position to make a play instead of having something squirt out into right field. 2-1 pitch ready from Carter. Straight down the pipe for strike 2. As Case watches that go by. Again, first inning, Case struck out looking. We could use another one of those right here.
Yeah, it'd be really good. And I believe I would come inside on him on this also. But they setting up outside.
Carter's ready, but he does come inside. Ball gets away from Prince to the backstop. That's going to allow the first run of the game to score, as Michael Lambert will trot home. Prince could not handle that ball. Went straight to the backstop. Couldn't even get it in time to make a play. Back up to Carter. And on the play, McCullough will move on over to third. So the Panthers draw first blood here with the first run here in the bottom of the third. Carter tries to settle back down. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a drive to left field. Solis is under it, makes the catch, but tagging on the play is McCullough, and he will trot in with the second run of the ball game. So that's manufacturing runs right there.
That is. That's good ball, playing good ball. Doing what you have to do to score runs.
So that's a sacrifice fly there for Houston Case as he flies out to left field.
On that pitch, that the wild pitch that Zach threw that allowed the first run to score, looked like maybe he and Prince weren't on the same page. Prince had set up outside, and the pitch was way inside.
So that's going to bring to the plate Andrew Culver, who struck out swinging back in the first. Base is now cleared. First pitch sails away for a ball, 1-0. Second pitch straight in there for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Carter wasting absolutely no time now. I think he's a little frustrated too, falling behind the way that he has here in this inning. Next pitch, big swing and a miss by Culver. If he connected with that one, I have a feeling it was going over the scoreboard, but he could not catch up with it. That takes the count to 1-2. Carter wasting no time. Here he comes again. The 1-2 pitch, little bit outside. Takes the count to 2-2.
That's a good waste pitch by Zach. Throw it out there and see if you can get him to swinging.
The 2-2 pitch. Prince a little trouble catching that one. That one bounds in there for a ball. Taking it to a full count, 3-2. You want to get out of this inning with minimal damage done. And Carter does just that. As for the second time, Culver goes down swinging. Can't catch up to that fastball. But 2 hits, 2 runs. And the Panthers take the lead 2-0 as we will now head to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back on the Pirate Media Network.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Here in Brookhaven, the Panthers took a 2-0 lead as we head here to the top of the fourth. It will be Paxton Bounds, Jimmy Boyd, and Phelan Smith, the last three batters in the lineup, trying to get something going for Pearl as they try to draw back even with the Panthers here. Leading it off will be Paxton Bounds, who walked back in the second inning and was left stranded at second base.
Yeah, you'd like to see the Pirates get the bats working here and at least get the 2 runs that they gave up back and make this game even again.
Case ready with the pitch. Goes low and inside. That is ball 2. So Paxton out to a nice count right now, 2-1. Hopefully getting something to hit right here. Fastball falls low. 3-0.
You know, a lot of coaches, they'll give their batters a take sign on 3-0. I'm not a fan of that. The pitcher's going to try to throw a strike, and usually it's a good pitch. Why not swing away?
Just like that, right down the pipe, a fastball that Paxton watches go right by.
I've just always been a big fan of swinging on 3-0.
That takes the count to 3-1 because you know you're going to get something to drive if you can just time it right.
That's right.
Now the 3-1 pitch, that ball fouled over by the Brookhaven dugout. Comes right back off the fence. No harm, no foul. We now have a full count. 3-2 is Houston Case still working out on the mound for Brookhaven. Looks in. He's got his sign. He's ready. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Paxton Bounds, after getting ahead in the count, goes down swinging. That's going to bring to the plate the shortstop, Jimmy Boyd, who last time up grounded out to first back in the second inning.
Yeah,
First pitch in further is for a ball.
Yeah, you'd like to see Jimmy get something going here for the Pirates with 1 out.
The 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Update from Trustmark Park, Roy. I believe you said it was now tied one apiece.
It is. Mississippi State scored a run in the top of the 5th to tie it at 1.
No pitch called there as Boyd steps out, calls time. Case went ahead and delivered it anyway. Umpire granted that time very late. So Boyd is back in there. He's ready to go. Case looks in. He's got his sign. The 2-0 pitch. Inside and somehow nicked him. Boyd takes one right off the button, I guess that was off of his shirt there.
I guess so. It must have just grazed the uniform there.
You must have had to hear it hit a button or something because I couldn't even tell. But Boyd wasted absolutely no time and races on down to first with a hit by a pitch.
Yeah, I think Brookhaven's coach has some questions about that call also.
Yeah, I think that was I don't know if Boyd sold that awfully well, but Panthers didn't quite agree and just kind of gave the umpire are you quite sure about that? Either that or he was trying to tell him what the good place is to eat here in Brookhaven tonight.
That could have been it.
So Boyd trots on down to first. He's down there with 1 out. That's going to bring Phelan Smith to the plate, who grounded out to third base back in the second inning. Looking to get something going here. Throw over and Boyd back in easily. Didn't have very big of a lead, but they just want to make sure he stays close. Boyd with some pretty decent speed down there at first.
He's decent. I would not be surprised to see him go on this pitch.
Not a very big lead. He stays. Phelan watches the pitch come in. Outside corner for strike one. Pirates trailing 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. One down, one on. Count of 0-1 to Phelan Smith. Case is ready. He's got the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. That puts Phelan in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, I am surprised the Pirates haven't been aggressive as they have been, earlier in the game on the base paths. I really expected Jimmy to try to get to second early and put an RBI opportunity up there for Phelan.
Case has got his sign. He's ready. Throws over back to first. Boyd back in easily. Boyd not exactly taking a very big lead out there, but they just want to make sure he stays close. Case is ready. Phelan ready. The 0-2 pitch. Strike three called as Phelan didn't get the bat off his shoulder. Watched it go right by. May have thought that was a little low, but it is indeed a strikeout looking. So that's going to leave it up to the pitcher, Zach Carter, who last at bat was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and was left stranded at third, back in the third. One of three runners left on base back in the third by the Pirates. First pitch swinging, swings right through it. And Case is out ahead, 0-1. Boyd still down at first, taking a little bit bigger lead now. As Case looks in, he's got his sign. 0-1 pitch, straight down the pipe again. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Carter's got to come up with some magic right here. Boyd down at first. Case kind of looks over there at him. He's set, coming to the plate. The 0-2 pitch high. Boyd running on the play. He's in there safely as the throw comes in high to the shortstop. Our second baseman took the throw, but that ball was high, and Boyd in there with a stolen base. He is now in scoring position. Zach Carter a chance to help his own cause right here.
Yeah, I was surprised not to see Jimmy run earlier in the inning. But at least now it's an RBI opportunity for Zach.
The 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss by Carter, and that will retire the side. As Houston Case strikes out the side to end the top of the fourth. So as we go to the bottom half of the fourth, it is 2-0 Panthers. We'll be back here on the Pirate Media Network.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper along with you here in Brookhaven, where the Panthers head to the bottom of the fourth with a 2-0 lead on the Pearl Pirates. And Roy, I would like to call this a pitcher's duel, but you know, there's been so many walks in the game, and Really, the Pirates have 0 hits so far. Brookhaven only has 2 hits, and they have a 2-0 lead.
Right. Yeah, pitcher's duel is kind of a stretch. The Pirates have left 7 on base with no hits. Brookhaven has 2 hits, but they have 2 runs to go along with those 2 hits, and they've left only 2 men on base. So Zach is not keeping them on, letting them get on the base paths much, but the Pirates are just wasted opportunities.
I mean, here's the thing. Zach Carter has 8 strikeouts now through 3 innings. He's given up just the 2 hits last inning, and really the first run that they scored was on a pass ball. So really he's done an outstanding job to this point, but he finds himself trailing on the scoreboard 2-0. And Zach Smith, the catcher for Brookhaven, will lead off this bottom half of the 4th inning. Zach Carter's pitch, swinging a foul down the third base side and out of play. Count of 0-1. Really, he's got to keep it at this 2 runs because he's not getting a whole lot of run support. It doesn't look like the Pirates are going to be getting very much tonight. Next pitch fouled off down the first base side.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the bats are, well, the bats haven't come around yet. Of course, we saw last week, 1 inning, we scored, 5 or 6 runs in 1 inning. They really exploded, so hopefully that'll happen tonight.
0-2 pitch. Could not get Smith to chase. Takes the count to 1-2. I think between innings here, you need to run out to the bus and see if they left the bats out there.
Really?
So if you want to go check out under the seats as soon as this half inning's over, you have my permission. There's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Prince will grab it. Throw on down to first. Sullivan makes a nice stretch to record the out. So Smith retired, striking out, but it will go down also as a 2-3. That now the 9th strikeout.
That's outstanding. I mean, that's just unreal.
For Zach Carter. That's going to bring to the plate Seth Porter, the left fielder.
And as of right now, he's thrown 75 pitches. So he's still thrown a lot of pitches to be in the 4th inning.
Seth Porter struck out himself back in the 2nd inning. Ahead in this count, though, 2-0. Carter closing in. He's going to be, at this rate, close to 100 pitches by the 5th inning.
Yeah, really.
2-1 pitch, 2-0 pitch is low.
But hey, he's only given up 2 hits. Of course, that produced 2 runs. But as long as he keeps, getting out of jams, I guess they're going to stick with him.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That ball only went 59 feet, didn't quite make it. Bounces up and results in a walk as Porter will now trot down to first base.
Next up, the Panthers, number 15, Peyton.
That's just the 3rd walk. That's the first walk he surrendered since the first 2 batters of the game. So really his control has been pretty decent, but now you don't want to see him get himself into a jam here in the 4th.
Right.
There, first pitch swinging by Peyton Clark. Ball gets away. They're saying that was not fouled off, so it just bounced. So that's going to allow the runner to advance. Porter will take second, even though Clark now in the hole 0-1.
Good heads-up base running by Porter at first base. See the ball get a little bit away from Prince, and he takes off and easily in at second.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball outside evens the count at 1-1. I can't really tell. Is it that Carter was being wild, or is it that Prince is having a tough time behind the plate?
I don't know. Of course, a lot of Zach's pitches have been short, and so that has kept Zach Prince busy.
The 1-1 big swing and a miss by Clark. That now puts him in the hole 1-2, so another chance to ring up another K here for Carter.
But Prince has been a little inconsistent tonight. He's usually a little better than this behind the plate from the past games. Still doing a pretty good job, but for him, been a little inconsistent.
The 1-2 pitch. High, throw back down to second. Good grab down there by Jimmy Boyd to keep that ball from going into the outfield. Prince a little wild with that throw. You know, it seems like they're still a little groggy from that weekend trip to Quitman.
Yeah, they do. They appear a little groggy, and of course, as we mentioned last time, Prince will throw to any base at any time.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 10. It is feast or famine for the Panthers against Zach Carter so far tonight, as there are an awful lot of Ks on the board right now.
That was a big strikeout for Zach Carter. Make it 2 outs. Hopefully strand this runner at second base and come into the dugout with the opportunity to tie it up or take the lead.
It's going to bring third baseman Blaine Moak to the plate as Carter steps off and fakes a throw back to second. Moak struck out back in the second inning himself. Takes a strike. Good breaking ball for a strike. So Carter jumps out ahead in the count. 0-1. Runner down at second is Seth Porter. Zach ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Mo. Kind of fanned at that one.
Swing like you mean it.
And our ace spotter down there says that we have Hayden Moore is now up and throwing in the bullpen. And there is Carter getting out of yet another jam as Moak goes down swinging. So Carter strikes out the side, which is nothing new so far in this game. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. And that is 4 innings in the book. Pearl's got to get something going as they trail 2-0. We'll be back with the 5th inning right after this.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television.
All right, we're back for the top of the 5th where Alex Hutton leading things off for the Pirates. He takes strike 1 right down the pipe. Hutton looking to get something going and get these Pirate bats alive as they trail 2-0 here in the 5th inning. Hutton takes another look at strike 2 coming right by. Roy, I'd like to say that Houston Case has had a dominating performance tonight, but he's hit so many batters and walked so many batters, and Pearl just can't take advantage.
No, they can't. They've, like I said, we've said it the whole game, is wasted opportunities.
The 0-2 pitch to Hutton goes 58 feet and bounces away. Count goes to 1-2. Hutton on the night struck out back in the first, grounded out to shortstop to end the third with the bases loaded, stranding 3 Pirates. That was really the best scoring opportunity for Pearl that they let slip away. Hutton watches the 1-2 pitch, kind of squared away to bunt. Kind of, I think, trying to psych the pitcher out just a little bit there. Got him to throw wild. Evens the count at 2-2. Houston Case gone the whole way so far. Looks in. He's got his sign. 2-2 pitch. Hutton kind of sawed that one off just to stay alive. Bounds just away from the plate down the first base side. After Hutton, we'll see Parker Thurman and Dalton Solis this inning. Really need to get something cooking here. Have not been able to take advantage of the opportunities that Case has provided them. The 2-2 pitch. Checking to see. No, he checked his swing, and boy, very fortunate right there, because it looked like Hutton had offered up at that, but gets a reprieve from the first base umpire, who says no, he did not go.
Yeah, I think the Pirates caught a break on that one.
So that takes the count to 3-2. Here's the pitch. Ball high, and a great at-bat by Hutton, as shows great patience. After falling behind in the count 0-2, runs it to 3-2, and then promptly takes a walk down to first. Again, here's our opportunity. Case putting runners on. Pearl has yet to get a hit in the ball game, but yet has stranded seven runners?
Yeah, 7 runners.
Here's a big swing and a miss by Parker. Hutton is now hung up between first and second, and they will run him down as the first baseman makes the play. As Hutton got caught in no man's land. Now that was just, once again, a lapse in concentration.
Yeah, I'd like to know what happened there. I mean, Alex took off to second. I took my eye off of him to watch the pitch. And when I looked back up, he was running back toward first. Did he stop halfway?
Yes. It looked like it might have been a hit and run was on, but Thurman couldn't make contact as he swung right through the pitch, and then Hutton just kind of put the brakes on halfway between first and second and got caught in no man's land and eventually done with the rundown as the first baseman applied the tag. So now it's up to Thurman. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss as he catches a fastball right down the pipe. He's in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, you hate to see that base running mistake with the Pirates there, and we really need base runners and score a run here.
Once again, Case can't quite get it all the way to the plate. That ball goes about 59.5 feet. Bounds away for ball number 1. Again, somehow the Pirates have managed to strand 7 runners, yet don't have a hit in the ball game. That you don't see every day.
No, I don't. You don't. That takes talent.
It takes something, I'll tell you that. I'm not quite sure if you call it talent, but Thurman in the hole 1-2. He's ready to receive the next pitch from Case. 1-2, big swing and a miss yet again by Thurman, and he goes down swinging. Thurman, who had walked his previous 2 at-bats, takes a K on that one, and quickly, what started as a promising inning is now a little bit tougher as 2 men are down here in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to leave it up to Dalton Solis, who struck out back in the first and was hit by a pitch back in the third. Houston Case really the beneficiary of some timely outs and some blunders by the Pirates. First pitch to Solis inside for a ball.
And they made Case work. They've got runners on base, but they just haven't been able to crack the shell yet.
Pirates still looking for their first hit of the game. That ball just catching the inside corner. Takes the count to 1-1. Solis looking to break through. Trying to break the seal on that hit column. He fouls it back and out of play behind the plate here. That's going to take the count to 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Nobody on. Pearl hoping for a little 2-out magic right here. Wind still blowing out very brisk to left center field. American flag bristling out there. Once again, Case can't quite get that ball over the plate. That's going to level the count at 2-2. So Deuces Wild on the board, 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 22 at the plate. Case looks in. He's got his sign ready for the pitch. The 2-2 was about 2 feet behind Dalton. So that's going to raise the count up. 3-2. So Solis trying to get a little bit of magic here. Case has not been very accurate. Probably has thinking walk in his head, don't you think, Roy?
Yep. Yeah, that's what I would be looking at.
He's going to have to see an awfully good pitch here. And he does get a good fastball and swings right on through it. So once again, the Pirates cannot capitalize after getting a runner on, as they are retired in order here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 4.5. We'll be back here on the Pirate Media Network.
Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, SignMart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at SignMart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. Greg Flynn and Roy Harper with you here in Brookhaven, where the Panthers lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Zach Carter remains out on the mound for the Pirates, despite, Roy, how many pitches has he thrown so far?
86.
86 pitches through 4.5 innings. He's gotten plenty of work, but also been very masterful with the K's.
He has 11 strikeouts, and had some timely pitching. He really struggled in the first inning, threw a lot of pitches, and settled down a little since then.
First pitch was in for a ball. Second pitch inside as well for a ball. Of the 12 outs thus far, as you heard, Zach has 11 strikeouts and a fly-out, sacrifice fly that went out to left field. So that's pretty good pitching in my book, but the Pirates just can't give him any offense. There he throws a good fastball right down the middle that Michael Lambert swings right through. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Carter's got the sign. He's ready for the pitch. 1-1. Fouled straight back at 1-2. Or is it 2-2? Is the count 2-2?
The count is 2-2.
I thought the first 2 were balls, so the count is 2-2. Carter has his sign and the pitch. Little high. That'll go down as a ball, and that takes the count to 3-2. Lambert, in his only other at-bat, singled back in the 3rd and came around to score on the sacrifice fly. There he lifts this ball, just had a play off the top of the Brookhaven dugout down the first base line. So we'll do it all over again. Panthers again leading 2-0, but really have done a whole lot of nothing back here. It's, just one good inning there in the 3rd. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 12.
You know, I believe if you'd have told Zach before the game that he was going to, through 4.5 innings or so, 5 innings, that he would have 12 strikeouts, that he would think he would probably be winning the game instead of down 2-0.
Unbelievable. There is a shot out into left field. Dalton Solis looking for it. It's going to go over his head. That's going to bounce off the fence. Landon McCullough coasts on into second base with a double, and that was the second ball that was hit really hard tonight, and that was a solid shot out to left. That's going to put McCullough in scoring position. That was a rocket shot, Roy, and they really haven't had a chance to do that, and it was McCullough that hit that last one. He's the only one that's been able to really solve Carter tonight with two solid shots. The first one out to left center field, and that one he got around on and sent to the left field fence.
Right, that's what I was fixing to say, that he has nailed his last two at-bats, nailed Zach's pitches.
So that brings Reed Jones to the plate, the right fielder, who fouls the first pitch off 0-1.
Yeah, I think if McCullough could have gotten that ball up maybe about 10 more feet, it would have cleared the fence because it would have been in that jet stream heading out that way. His problem was he hit it too low.
That flag is still cooking pretty good out there to left center field. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jones. He squares the bunt, sends it down the line, down third, and stays foul. Jones in his two at-bats walked back in the first and struck out, as many of these Panthers have done, back in the third inning. So Zach Carter still trying to pitch himself out of a mini jam right here. The runner on second, but he's ahead in the count 0-2. Runner goes. Pitch is fouled back. Zach Prince gives it a look, but way too far out of play. So we'll do it all over again as McCullough scampers on back to second base.
I was wondering if I heard glass break on that one. I see the ball, it bounced back up right against the fence, but I can't tell if it hit one of those vehicles there.
Well, that's our production truck that's right over there, so I don't know if Mr. Hutton down there in the booth heard anything crash. Word from the truck is no. If it was somebody's, it's not ours, which is very important. City of Pearl appreciates that. Carter ready with his 0-2 pitch. Liner down to third. Gloved by Paxton. Throws on to first. Gets away from Dalton Sullivan all the way to the fence. That's going to allow McCullough to come in to score. And yet another mental lapse. Really an easy throw for Paxton. The ball was hit so hard to him that he had plenty of time, but throws it away. Dalton Sullivan can't get a hold of it. That's going to allow McCullough to come in to score, and that's going to put Jones down at first base on the error.
Yeah, Paxton rushed his throw right there. He had time. He fielded it cleanly. He could have come up, planted his feet, and squared his shoulders up a little bit. Instead, he rushed it and threw it a little short, and Sullivan couldn't come up with the play at first.
And that's going to bring the pitcher, Houston Case, to the plate. Now leading 3-0, the Panthers, here in the bottom of the fifth. Couldn't get a word. Did they get the error on that to third base? So they do give the error. Well, we'll count you as official. That ball fouled off down the left field line. Solis and Paxton Bounds give it chase, but neither one of them could come up with it. So that's going to drop Case into the hole. 0-2. Still with a runner on first. Zach Carter just trying to get out of this inning again. He throws that ball outside. Makes it 1-2. It's kind of, you know what, that last pitch, it really looked as though Carter had lost a little bit of zip on that.
Well, that last pitch was his 101st pitch, and I'm sure he's got to be getting tired.
Well, and not only that, but I think mentally as well,
True.
Given what, the performance that he's put in tonight, and to watch the defense kind of collapse around him and pass ball here and a throwaway there, and that's led to two of the runs. The only other run came on a sacrifice fly. The 1-2 pitch. That ball is high, and I really think that Zach is pretty much cooked.
Yeah, I do too. They're going to have to do something. They had Hayden Moore warming up earlier. I'm assuming he's ready to go. But after this batter, they may need to make a change.
Here's the 2-2. And that is to a ball. You can just tell a difference in the way he's been throwing the last 4 pitches.
Right.
There's just been nothing on him, and there's no velocity whatsoever.
His delivery is completely different. He's lost his release point. He's just worn out.
There's the ball popped up down the left field side. Looks like it's going to make it out of play, and it does, into the bullpen.
I mean, if you watch his delivery, he's really just slinging it more than really throwing, getting behind it, and driving the ball home. He's just slinging his arm and hoping it crosses the plate.
I think that's an exact way to describe it. Count is 3-2. Zach's got his sign. He throws it. Gets a fastball going, and that is a strikeout. Throw back down to first. Runner gets back in. Very close play down there. He reared back and found somehow to get a fastball cooking right there. That was the best pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah.
And once again, rings up a strikeout.
Yeah, he reached deep to throw that pitch. Of course, they're leaving him out there, but I still don't know if I would go ahead and make a change if I have somebody ready.
Yeah, they still want to try and get out of this inning. 2 outs here in the 5th, and he reared back and found another bit of strength right there with a fastball. Big swing and a miss by Andrew Culver. Carter working very fast. The 0-1 throws over to first. No real threat to run on that play. Runner back in easily. Carter looking to get through 5 innings. The 0-1 pitch. That ball high. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. "13 strikeouts now for Zach Carter. Lucky 13. It's just...
Yeah. I mean, that's just amazing.
That ball outside for the second ball. 2-1 the count. Yeah, of the 14 outs, 13 strikes and 1 fly out to left field. Really been a good performance by Zach. He lost a little bit of control there once again. That ball inside, and it is 3-1. And Roy, you've got to think that if he loses this batter, they've got to make a change if they get 2 runners on.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, Zach's digging deep, really battling out there, but he's struggling.
Carter ready. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That ball catches the outside corner for a strike. So that makes the count 3-2. No, the runner will be on the move here. So you don't want Culver to be able to put the bat on the ball with the runner going. And Zach thinking just that as he throws on over to first. Trying to keep Reed Jones a little bit close to the bag. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball center field. Charging is Parker Thurman. That ball is going to drop in between he and Jimmy Boyd. That ball just had eyes and dropped right in there. It was a dying quail that drops in, and that's going to allow Reed Jones to move on to second. Culver in at first with a single. And still looking over to the dugout, and I do not see Coach Barnett.
Yeah, I see him.
He's kind of wandering and meandering. Nell picks up a ball.
I'm really surprised. Really surprised. I don't see him walking out, at least talking to Zach. Nobody warming up in the pen. No, that was not a bad pitch sequence by Zach just then. Just got the little Texas League blooper out into no man's land behind shortstop.
Having a switch here is number 14, Nick Kessler, going in for Reed Jones out at second base. Panthers leading 3-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Zach Carter still on the mound. Once again, doesn't have the control. That ball sails high for ball 1. Zach Smith, the catcher, at the plate. Looks at a strike. Go right by 1-1. Zach trying to not get hung with the collar. He struck out back in the first. He struck out back in the fourth. Carter looking to hang a triple on him. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
That was a good pitch by Zach. Hopefully he can find one more, get out of this inning, and then maybe have some relief come in and help him out with the rest of the game.
Zach Carter pressing hard. Here he is with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep into left center field. Dalton Solis coming over. He's under it and makes the catch. So all the outs in the ball game have either been a strikeout or 2 catches out there by Dalton Solis. So really quite impressive.
Yes, it is.
We have now gotten through 5, and the Panthers lead it 3-0. Pirate Bats have to come alive. We'll be back here on the Pirate Media Network.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network, and Pearl has got to find some runs as we go to the top of the 6th here. They're trailing 3-0 and have yet to get a hit on the board as Houston Case has escaped trouble on several occasions here, and well, our Pirates just have not been able to cash in. We're going to be relying on Zach Prince, Dalton Sullivan, and Paxton Bounds here to try and solve Case. As Zach Prince will step in. Watches the first pitch come in for a strike right on the outside corner. Quickly he falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch fouled down the right field line. So far, Zach, a very uneventful day at the plate. He's grounded out to first and struck out, swinging back in the third.
Yeah, the bats really need to come alive. The Pirates haven't broken through on him yet on Case. You know, his pitch count's getting high, so hopefully they can do something here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Prince swings right through it, and he is down swinging. That's been an effective strikeout for Case as well, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 9 strikeouts of his own. So that's going to bring up Dalton Sullivan. He looks at a ball go by. Dalton was hit by a pitch back in the second, was left stranded at third, and then grounded out to short back in the third. Now looking to bring up the Pirates' first hit. He swings and fouls that back out of play off the right side. Evens the count at 1-1.
You know, we've been talking about Zach, of course. You know, he's our pitcher. But Case has done an outstanding job on the mound also. He's no-hit the Pirates, thrown 89 pitches, and just been very effective.
The 1-1 pitch. Little high for a ball, 2-1. You can't say that he's pitched a perfect game because he's got quite a few walks.
Right.
And 3 hit batters. 4 hit batters.
You know, but he's only 5 outs away from a no-hit game.
The 2-1 pitch. There's a swing right back up the middle. Shortstop Chargers throws on to first for the out. So puts Sullivan out 6-3, and that's 2 down quickly for the Pirates as they really have got to get something going now. Just 4 outs left to try and get a hit, much less a run. I would say try and get a run, but they can't even get a hit right now.
Right, we just got a base runner, one base runner at a time. Of course, with 2 outs here, we're going to have to rely on Paxton to get on base somehow.
Paxton bounds at the plate, watches the first pitch, curveball come in. Awfully good-looking pitch, but umpire calls it a ball, 1-0.
Must have just been a little low because that was a good pitch.
Paxton walked back in the second and struck out in the fourth. Case is ready. Here it is, the 1-0. And he plunks him. Well, see, that's the best offense the Pirates have had all night.
It is.
They've either just get hit.
That's what they need to do more of.
Get hit or get walked. That's the 5th hit batter. Guy's got a no-hitter and hit 5 people. If you hit 5 people, let me put it this way. If you hit 5 people, usually you're going to get taken out of the game. But
yes.
You can't take a kid out throwing a no-hitter that's hit 5 people.
Right. This has been one of the most unique games that I have seen.
I mean, absolutely crazy. That's going to bring Jimmy Boyd to the plate at the shortstop. Let's see if Jimmy can find a way to get something through a hole here. He takes the first pitch inside for a ball. So 5 hit batters, 4 other walks, and no hits. That's one heck of a box score, I'll tell you that. Here comes Jimmy Boyd, the 1-0. Takes that one low, 2-0. Pearl hoping to get a 2-out rally going here. Waiting on deck is Phelan Smith. Umpire calls time. He's wandering over to the Brookhaven dugout.
There must have been some words coming from the dugout, some questions about the pitches.
Giving some kind of a warning over there. Blue turns around, comes back. Winning 3-0. I'm not quite sure what you could be complaining about. Again, feast or famine with all the strikeouts and the hit batsmen. The 2-0 pitch. There's a little nubber back to the mound. Case grabs it. He will tag Boyd unassisted, and that will retire the side. As once again, the Pirates cannot capitalize by getting a base runner on. Once again, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates still trailing 3-0. Back in a minute here on the Pirate Media Network.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
Back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates trailing the Panthers of Brookhaven 3-0. Pitching change as Hayden Moore will come into the ball game. Hayden comes in with a 1.75 ERA, 6 strikeouts on the season, and more importantly, no walks thus far, and some defensive changes out there too, Roy.
Yes, Hayden comes in to pitch, and that puts Zach back out in center field. Parker Thurman moves over to right, and Phelan Smith comes out of the game. And so that's where Hayden Moore will be inserted into the lineup.
All right, so Zach Carter takes over in center field. Let me make sure I have that right. Phelan Smith comes out of the game, and Hayden Moore pitching.
Correct.
And Parker Thurman moves on over. So hopefully Hayden can hold these Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th. Once again, the Pirates had a golden opportunity tonight. A win would have let them win the region and been assured of a bye. This is just going to simply keep Brookhaven's chances alive at possibly winning the region and not having to play that play-in game.
And it'll cost the Pirates to have to win 1 of 2 against Macomb, who is going to be a very good opponent.
Hayden's first pitch in there for a strike as he throws that sidearm delivery that crosses over the plate, kind of mixed up Seth Porter a little bit, I believe, and he watches it go by for the first strike, 0-1. Hayden doesn't waste any time either. This time he comes back inside, almost hits the batter.
That was really close to catching his uniform and putting him on first.
Now, that's about how Pearl did before. If that guy would have taken off for first, they probably would have given it to him.
Probably so.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back behind the plate.
I have some final numbers there on Zach. He had 115 pitches, 46 balls and 69 strikes, and what was it, 13 strikeouts?
13 strikeouts. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2. A reminder that we would normally pick an offensive and defensive player of the game. It's going to be tough to find an offensive player of the game tonight, but
it is. We may have to go with 2 defensive players.
We will struggle through as that pitch fouled off at 2-2. Tonight's player of the game sponsored by Alumni House, one of our proud sponsors over there in the Holiday Inn, just next to Trustmark Park. Speaking of Trustmark Park, Roy, what's that update from the Governor's Cup?
Well, in the top of the 6th, the Bulldogs scored 2 runs to take a 3-1 lead.
Hayden's 2-2 pitch grounded up the middle. Booted out there by Jimmy Boyd, and that's going to allow a runner, Porter, to reach first on the E6. So not exactly the way that the Pirates wanted to get this inning started. So hashtag Hail State is now in front, huh?
Yeah.
My Rebel up here not very happy about it.
But, hey, I would be really surprised if the Rebels did beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State's playing good ball. You know, they struggled a little bit at the beginning of the SEC season. But they've really settled down. You know, they took 2 out of 3 out of Florida or from Florida. But, I mean, that's, you know, Florida's not, you know, just the powerhouse that they used to be, but it's still good wins.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Looks good on paper regardless.
That's right. You know, and Florida took 2 from 3 from Ole Miss the weekend before.
So that's going to bring Peyton Clark here to the plate. Face Hayden Moore. Runner goes. Ball bounded down to third. Foul. Just outside the bag. So Seth Porter's going to have to retreat back to first. Peyton Clark in his 2 at-bats earlier struck out in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Hayden ready with the 0-1 pitch, throws over to first. Runner back in safely. Pirates trailing 3-0 here, bottom of the 6th inning. Don't want the gap to grow any further. It's hard enough. They don't even have a hit yet, much less a run. Can't let the Panthers get any further ahead. The 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike. Runner moves and is in safely with no throw down to second as Zach Prince couldn't get a handle on it.
Yeah, Zach tried to come up firing to second and just couldn't get the ball out of his mitt.
So we'll give Porter a stolen base on the play. So a runner in scoring position without the benefit of a hit. But Clark in the hole, 0-2. The freshman, Hayden Moore, out on the hill trying to get him out. 0-2, and Clark would not chase outside. Takes the count to 1-2. Moore takes a peek back at second base, delivers. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a ball well inside, but that sidearm delivery crossed up Clark, and he goes down swinging. So once again, the strikeouts continue to pile up for the Pearl pitching staff here tonight. Just doing an outstanding job. Unfortunately, the offense cannot be as good as the pitching. So that's going to bring up the third baseman. Nope, actually that's a change, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Number 12.
Brett Spring. Brett Spring will enter the game in place of Blaine Moak. And his first pitch by Moore comes in as a strike, quickly out in front, 0-1. Moak finishes the night with 2 strikeouts. So they're hoping that Spring can get a little bounce in that bat. Runner goes. Pitch inside, actually hit him.
Good thing for us.
Yeah, that batter got hit, and it was going to be an easy stolen base for Porter to move on down the third, but because Spring got hit, runner now has to go back to second. So Spring trots on down to first, getting hit by the pitch. So that'll bring the designated hitter to the plate, Michael Lambert, who singled back in the third and came around to score, and then struck out swinging back in the fifth. So 2 on, 1 out now for the Panthers, leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Hayden Moore pitching himself into a little bit of a jam here, but Pirates looking to turn 2. Moore's ready. Here's his pitch. High and outside for ball 1. I'm still not quite sure what Alex is doing out there at second base, trying to deke the runner into, instead of playing off at the position, because the shortstop, Jimmy Boyd, is right there on the base, and it's just leaving up a hole on the right-hand side.
Yeah, no, the Pirates do have a play where the shortstop will come over and kind of play close, and the second baseman kind of come in behind, or come in from behind the runner where he can't see him, or even vice versa where the second baseman's playing closer. But that didn't look like they were trying that play just then.
Here's Moore, 1-0 delivery. That's going to hit Michael Lambert, as that pitch went about 1.5 feet behind him, and somehow that nicked him. So now the bases will be full of Panthers as Porter moves on over to third. Brett Spring moves down to second, and Lambert takes first on consecutive hit by pitches. Well, that's pretty much the theme of the night. We've seen strikeouts and guys hit by pitches. There's going to be more bruises on these kids tomorrow at school.
There he is.
And it's going to look like they've all been in fights with as many people have been hit by pitches tonight.
Oh, it is. It's that's the common theme. Is hit, pitch, and strikeouts.
That's about it. I mean, the Panthers only have 4 hits total, as it is.
Hey, I just got an update on Trustmark Park from DP. He says it's 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th, and he really hopes the Rebels can make a comeback.
Oh, is that right? Is that what that says?
That's what that said right there.
Oh. I thought that said go Dogs, but I'm just confused. All right, we're going to see a pitching changes. That's it for Hayden Moore as he hits 2 batters. We will let you know who's taking the mound when we come back right after this.
Two down out there, 2 down.
Sometimes coming home can be a battle in itself. Our wounded warriors need everyone's support to meet the challenges they face every day. The USO provides every American a way to support them and their families.
What? It's good to be back.
Join us. Visit USO.org to learn how you can make a difference in the lives of our wounded warriors. The USO, until everyone comes home.
right, welcome back to Brookhaven. The Panthers leading the game 3-0, but threatening here again with the bases loaded as the Pirates making a pitching change as Jimmy Boyd will move from shortstop onto the mound. And I believe Nick Lawrence will now be playing shortstop for the Pirates.
Correct.
Boyd comes into the game with a 3.21 ERA. Opponents hitting .298 against him. 15 strikeouts and 16 walks so far on the season. So hopefully Boyd can stop the bleeding right here.
Yeah, Jimmy's been, as I was going to say as that pitch came in, Jimmy's been very effective coming in as a reliever.
And Jimmy promptly comes in and throws a ball to Landon McCullough. Next pitch, also a ball, so already behind in the count, 2-0. Nowhere to put them because the bases are full of Panthers. 3-0 the count.
At this, Jimmy gets right back on the mound, steps on the rubber, and is ready to pitch again. I like to get my pitchers off the mound, take a breath when they're struggling like that.
And there is a walk to McCullough, which will bring in a run.
Yep.
So now the Pirates trailing 4-0, and still a whole lot of trouble going on out there. As McCullough will take a walk on down to first.
Yeah, when you bring a reliever in with bases loaded, you just want him to throw strikes.
There's a swing and a miss by Reed Jones. That ball again high and away, evens the count at 1-1. Just told that the Pearl girls softball team lost to Macomb 7-3 tonight. There's a swing and a miss, taking the count to 1-2. So right now it's not looking like the softball or baseball team is going to be victorious this evening.
No, Pearl's struggling tonight on the diamond.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back into the screen.
Hey, I got another update from Trustmark Park back in Pearl. They set a new attendance record tonight with 8,240 people at the game.
That record only stood about a week.
Yeah.
We set the record when the Braves came in for the exhibition game, and now the Bulldogs and Rebels have since broken that. There's a shot down the line going the opposite way for Jones. He drops in into left field. Throw in. They got the runner at third as Jones comes in at second, but two more runs are going to score. But they get Landon McCullough trying to stretch that into third as they didn't bother to throw home. But that's going to play two more runs for the Brookhaven Panthers. That's going to put them up now 6-0 with 2 outs on the board now, as Jones will be the only man left standing out there with a double. So 2 down and a runner on.
Big hit. He put it right down the third base line. Just really blew the game open here in the bottom of the 6th.
So it just went the other way with it, dropped in, but at least we're able to get one of the lead runners down there at third. So that's going to bring to the plate Houston Case, the opposing pitcher who has struck out twice and had a sacrifice fly out to left. First pitch was low for a ball. Second pitch also for a ball. And Jimmy Boyd suddenly trying to dig himself into a hole. Count 2-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking to get out of this without any more damage done. There's a shot into left center field. That ball's going to get down and split the gap. Rolls to the warning track. Zach Carter can't quite pick it up. 1 run is in. And Case is going to be in there with a double. So give him an RBI. Score Jones on the play, and that is now going to make it 7-0 in favor of Brookhaven. So it was only a matter of time, Roy, because, you know, once Carter went out of the game, just could not throw anymore.
Right.
They had no choice but.
Right, and that has been our thin spot as pitcher. Of course, Hayden had been doing pretty good. He came in, struggled, and Jimmy's throwing, you know, he threw strikes past couple of batters, but they've hit him hard.
That's going to bring Andrew Culver to the plate, the first baseman for Brookhaven. He has struck out twice and had a single back in the fifth. 1 for 3. Ahead in the count 1-0. Throw down to third. That ball beat the runner, but the umpire calls him safe. Coach Barnett can't believe it. Barnett coming out to have some words with the third base umpire. The ball beat him there by a mile. I don't know what the argument is about. But they're going to be in there at third as Case is going to be in there. But I have to question, you're up 7-0 and you're stealing third base in the bottom of the sixth. Why are you still running?
It's kind of a statement, I think. I think that's kind of maybe a little payback for the last two disappointing losses.
Yeah, that's going to be something. As Culver steps out, it counts 1-1 with 2 outs. Here's Boyd's next pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 2, ahead 1-2. So Boyd looking to get out of this thing and let Pearl lick its wounds. The big breaking ball stays outside, evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. And Panthers leading 7-0. There's a pop foul out of play. It's a pinch runner they had in at third for Houston Case, too, by the way. The one that stole third is Genoa Sarton.
Okay. I missed that one.
There's a 2-2 pitch. Zach Prince thought that was going to be a called strike 3 walking off the diamond, but it was called a ball. So Prince comes back and has to look at the ump, and that's an uneasy feeling.
It's very uneasy. And from my experience, the umpires never liked it when you did something like that.
Yeah, this ball is going to have to be within 2 inches for it to be a strike on this call, I believe.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
Perfect
that
pitch.
Could have been a strike, but I guarantee you, because Prince showed him up on the last one.
That's exactly right.
Culver takes first base.
You know, and Zach knows better. He knows he's not supposed to do that. You wait for the ump to make the call. You never show the ump up. You never anticipate. Now, if the pitcher kind of takes a couple of steps toward thinking it's going to be a strike, that's a little bit different. But you know, sprinting off the mound or jumping up out of the catcher's box.
Oh yeah,
he
was sprinting off the field, and that was totally makeup because he could have easily rung him up on that last pitch. But
yeah, that last pitch by Jimmy was a very good pitch.
That was a big statement call to tell Prince to, you know who's boss out here. There's a pitch flied out to center field. Carter going back on it, tries to make a play. Did he make the catch? They're going to call it out. A great diving catch by Carter out there in left center field. Tremendous running hard to his right. And finally, the 6th inning comes to a close. But the Panthers have blown this thing wide open with 4 runs here, leading at 7-0. Pirates need a miracle. We will find out if they get it as we head to the 7th. We're back in a minute here on the Pirate Media Network.
Connecting donors with the patients whose lives they've saved.
John Matthew has blue rubber blood Nevis syndrome, which causes him to need blood transfusions.
Getting to meet a recipient is just unexplainable. I think I made a friend for life, and John, he's a wonderful little kid.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for saving his life.
When you give, people live. Dial 888-902-5663 to save a life today.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We go to the top of the seventh. Last chance for the Pirates as they trail 7-0. We're going to see a pinch hitter coming into the ball game for Nick Lawrence. It'll be number 18, Kenny Thomas, to lead things off. Kenny batting a monumental 167 so far on the season. Played in just 6 games. He's only had 6 at-bats, so somebody's got to get something going, and the Pirates still looking for their first hit of the night, as this has really been an ugly game all the way around. Roy, I am challenging you to find me 2 players of the game tonight.
Well,
sponsored by Alumni House. There's a swing and a foul by Kenny Thomas.
Well, as of right now, unless the Pirates can really rally and score a lot of runs here.
Well, now they're going to say the ball hit him. All right.
I wonder if they're calling catcher interference.
Well, we're going to get a discussion about it. I have seen all there is to see tonight.
I believe they may be calling catcher interference. Sitting there looking at Smith walk around. He kind of shaking his. Yeah, Smith kind of shaking his hand a little bit. Now they're going to call him back and say
it's
foul
catcher
ball.
Interference. Well, now they're going to ask Kenny what happened at the plate. Okay, this is going to work out real well. The home plate umpire wants to ask Kenny, did the catcher get in your way? What happened out there? I have a feeling I know the answer to this question before he even says it. So the home plate umpire says, yep. Well, no, whatever the discussion was, that now he doesn't buy it.
All right, they're going to call it a foul ball.
Okay, so no catcher interference, foul ball. Kenny Thomas coming back, going to grab the bat. Coach Barnett's going to ask, what in the world was that? You made one call. Now we get another. Trying to explain it. First base umpire says, I'm out of it. I'm going back down to my position.
You know, I don't understand that. If it was a foul ball, you would think he would still have to hit the mitt before he fouled the ball off, unless it was in on his handle and the foul happened before he hit the mitt.
But then you have to make the call. I've never seen them go down and ask a player what happened.
I know.
And I guess to Kenny's credit that he told the truth. So they're going to let him hit again. So that'll do it. Pearl looking for a base runner. Still looking for the first hit of the game. That will simply go down as a very entertaining strike.
Yeah.
So he steps back in. The 0-1. Swing and a foul back against the screen. Roy, we have seen just about everything tonight. Now what did they?
Catcher interference.
Now catcher interference for a second time. Eventually he was going to get called for that, I guess. So Kenny will trot down to first. Never seen a makeup call on a catcher interference.
I know.
All right. Well, either way.
I think we've seen everything except for a hit by the Pirates.
Except for a hit. We've had all kind of base runners. We've left 5, 6, 7, 8 runners on. No hits. Plenty of runners, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings Zach Carter to the plate. He watches the first pitch zing in there for a strike. 0-1. Thomas down at first. I have a feeling that Thomas is not going to go anywhere.
I wouldn't.
You don't want to. At least you can try and not get shut out.
Right. Yeah, I'd play it conservative and let's just
get a hit.
Yes.
And Carter watches the second ball come in for a strike. Quickly in the hole, 0-2.
That was a pretty pitch by Case. Just broke right across the plate. Buckled Zach's knees. Not much he could do about that one.
So here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball down the right field line, going out of play into the batting cages and the bullpen down on the right field side on the Brookhaven side. So we'll stay at 0-2. Still with a runner on first. And the wind really picking up here around home plate.
All right, talking about finding players of the game. Well, you got to look at Zach Carter. I mean, 13 strikeouts.
Absolutely.
That's a given.
Absolutely.
And as it stands right now, you'd really have to look at Dalton Solis for making 2 outs in the outfield because that's all that's been available to make. Other than that.
The best offensive player, they say, Frank says from the truck, is the home plate umpire. No, actually, I think we ought to probably give it to Houston Case because he's hit more guys than we've been able to get hits. So I don't know if Houston gets up to Jackson much, but he might be able to be our co-player of the game at the Alumni House. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Zach Carter. Swing and a fly ball into center field, dropping. No, and the second baseman out to make the catch. 'Twas not to be as the ball died going out to second. So that is out number 1. So that's going to bring Alex Hutton to the plate. Again, looking to get the first hit of the ball game. Watches the first pitch sail outside. 1-0. Kenny Thomas still down at first. Reminder, after the game, we'll be going down to talk to Coach Kevin Barnett. Hutton fouls one off down the right field line. That falls harmlessly out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. As is tradition, though, in a loss, we do not speak to any players.
Right.
But we will get some words with Kevin Barnett, who I'm sure is going to have some words to say in what has been just a bizarre game tonight.
It has been. Very bizarre. The Pirates have just been dead at the plate.
The 1-1 to Hutton. Swing and a chopper down to third. That will stay foul. So that takes the count to 1-2. As Kenny Thomas retreats back to first base. Pearl's lone hope for a run. Right now, no runs, no hits, and 2 errors on the Pirates. Brookhaven, 7 runs on 6 hits. Houston Case gone the whole way for Brookhaven. His 1-2 pitch. Hutton ducks out of the way, but that was a breaking curveball that really didn't come that close, but he made it look exciting.
Yeah, he did.
Alex jumping out of the way. Who's been hit by more pitches, though? Why don't we give it to that person?
Yeah, we could do that.
Has anybody been hit by more than 1 pitch on our team? Yes. No.
I'll have to look.
Hutton calls time. Case taking a little bit too long. Dalton's been hit by a pitch. Zach's been hit by a pitch. Solis has been hit by a pitch. Bounds has been hit by a pitch. And there is strike 3. The Pirates down to their last out.
Was he swinging?
As Hutton is down on strikes. So the last hope for a hit, Parker Thurman, who has struck out and walked twice. Actually, he's been on base twice. He could be a player of the game.
That could be a player of the game.
First pitch comes in as a ball, 1-0. You know, and I'd like the great catch that was made out in the outfield was by Zach Carter.
That's right.
Can we give him both of them?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I think he deserves both of them
Get
at
him
this
for
point.
Double defensive player of the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball in there for a strike. Ball gets away. Kenny Thomas is going to take advantage of second base. The catcher not paying attention, but up 7-0 and 2 outs.
That's just defensive indifference right there.
Yeah, you can't really blame him. So Thomas moves into scoring position. Parker Thurman can not only break up the no-hitter, but also the shutout with a base hit right here. The 1-1 pitch, low and outside for 2-1. Come on, Parker. Give us a base hit. Right fielder playing extremely shallow.
You know, a base hit here will break up the no-hitter and probably the shutout.
Oh, absolutely. I think Kenny can make it around. Little magic from Parker. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a grounder out to second base. He's up with it over. And that will do it, as he has Houston Case has thrown a no-hitter against the Pearl Pirates tonight. The most unlikely no-hitter, as he hit 5 batters, walked 4 more, yet picks up a no-hitter as they win 7-0. Roy, I got to tell you, I cannot believe what I just saw.
That was a very, very unique game. The word you used earlier, bizarre, it fits it perfectly.
I mean, I don't even know.
I know. What can you say?
It's hard to be speechless, but I don't want to call it ineptness that we saw, but it was just.
It was inept for the Pirates at the plate, not able to put together one single hit. I mean, very poor batting. I don't know if they were asleep or what, but they weren't doing well. Well, what do you think about maybe Zach Carter and I guess Dalton Solis for making those 2 catches out there?
All right. We're going to step aside here. I'm going to head down to the field and try and get a word with Coach Barnett. We'll be back here on the Pirate Media Network.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television.
Mississippi Blood Services is connecting donors with the patients whose lives they've saved.
John Matthew has blue rubber blood nevus syndrome, which causes him to need blood transfusions.
Getting to meet a recipient is just unexplainable. I think I made a friend for life, and John, he's a wonderful little kid.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for saving his life.
When you give, people live. Dial 888-902-5663 to save a life today.
Two down out there, two down.
Sometimes coming home can be a battle in itself. Our wounded warriors need everyone's support to meet the challenges they face every day. The USO provides every American a way to support them and their families.
What?
It's good to be back.
Join us. Visit USO.org to learn how you can make a difference in the lives of our wounded warriors. The USO, until everyone comes home.
Brookhaven, where the Pearl Pirates fall to the Panthers tonight by the score of 7-0, a game in which they were no hit. And right now we're waiting to talk with Coach Kevin Barnett, who is involved in a very lengthy meeting with the players. A lot of players have stepped up and done a lot of talking in there. It was really just a very lackluster effort tonight put forth by the Pearl Pirates. As again, they get not only no hit or shut out, but also no hit by Houston Case. And it really was a night of missed opportunities, really, because there were several times that the Pirates had an opportunity to score some runs, and they just ran themselves right out of the inning. It was the most bizarre no-hitter I think I've ever seen. It certainly was not a perfect game, as Houston Case gave up no hits, but hit 5 batters and walked 4 more, as the Pirates had 8 men, I believe, that were left stranded on base. As they fall tonight 7-0. It was really a great opportunity for Pearl to lock up first place in the region. The first place team certainly gets to get a bye in the first round of the playoffs and doesn't have to worry about playing a play-in game. The 2 and the 3 seeds will have to do that. So all is not lost for the Pirates. You know, they came off of losing 2 games at Quitman over the weekend. They lose a 3rd one now. So, you know, they only have to win 1 of their next 2, and they get to play Macomb twice, a team that they've really had the number on. And I'm trying to see, they're just about finished here in the players' huddle, saying a quick little prayer. And after that game, I can certainly see why they're saying a quick prayer as they head into their next 2 games against Macomb. But again, they only have to win 1 more game, one of those last 2 games against Macomb, and the Pirates will earn that first-round bye, which is very coveted, especially with this young, relatively inexperienced team that they've been forced to field here at the end of the year. And they are breaking up, and we're looking for Coach. So we're going to grab him for 1 quick second. Coach. Well, Coach, I have to ask you, that was probably one of the most bizarre games that we've ever witnessed. A no-hitter, but it hit 5 batters and walked 4 more.
Like I was telling them, we've got to be a team that hits fastballs, and he was just shoving it down our throat. He was putting it there, serving it up on a platter, and we're just behind it. We gotta take more cuts and get our timing down. And like I told him, if you're not wanting to hit that fastball, something's wrong. That's all about being a baseball player, wanting to go up there and jump on that first pitch fastball. And we got to be a little more aggressive, and we jumped all over that guy last time, and he owned us tonight, though.
Really just a missed opportunities. You left so many runs stranded. You had your chances there.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what I can say about that. That's something we're just going to have to really work on. doing whatever it takes to get those runners in. We've had a big problem with having runners on and popping balls up. We got to really start working on getting ground balls and making the other team work, because I tell them every day, anybody can catch a pop fly, but we got to really start getting the timing down and getting the ball on the ground, and finding holes instead of getting the balls up in the air.
Those you cannot say enough. He was really throwing well.
Yeah, it was kind of shaky at the beginning. He was throwing so many pitches and getting so deep in the counts, but I think somebody told me he had 13 strikeouts, but he pitched his heart out. But they had a few chips fall their way, and they came out on top tonight.
Yeah, 13 strikeouts, but unfortunately he hit like 6 pitches, I think, there in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was a decision we made. We feel like he's our best chance, so we kept him in as long as possible. And as soon as we saw that the lead was starting to slip away, we figured we'd give him a little rest and put this one behind us. We got 2 big home those games. So, I don't know.
But finally, all is not lost, though. I mean, you just have to win one of the last 2, and you can get that coveted bye in the first round of.
Yes, that's what we're looking forward to, just going in and taking one from Macomb. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to take it from Thursday, and we're going to take it momentum back, getting this win streak back on with us.
Coach, I know that you need to just kind of shake your head after tonight, but thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right, so once again, your final score here from Brookhaven, 7-0. The Panthers down the Pirates. We'll be back with a wrap-up of the stats here in just a few moments. You're watching Pirate Baseball on the Pirate Media Network.
Around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball on Pirate Media Network here in Brookhaven, as the Pirates lost to the Brookhaven Panthers 7-0. We have the stats here for you. Of course, the hits for the Pirates are real easy, 0. So we had 0 hits, but we did leave, I think it was 8 runners on the base paths. So they had opportunities, just wasted opportunities. Now on the pitching side, Zach Carter pitched 5 innings. He gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, on 4 hits, struck out 13, and only walked 3. Hayden Moore relieved Zach through a third of an inning. He gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and he had 1 strikeout. Jimmy Boyd came in and pitched the final 2/3 innings of the game, gave up 1 run, it was earned, on 2 hits and 2 base on balls. And really just offensively a lackluster performance by the Pirates. When you have no stats to talk about whatsoever, it's kind of disheartening.
Yeah, I have to tell you, that was one of the things, Coach Barnett down there said, I just don't know what to say. I was almost like, well, I don't either. It's just one of those things that it's a game we'll never forget. It's a game that Pearl would love to forget, but you want them to kind of remember this feeling. It was an extremely dejected team down there, as you can imagine. So, they know how poorly they played tonight, and I think Coach put it best. He says, if you guys don't want to hit fastballs, what else is there to hit?
Right.
So just get up there and swing away. Golden opportunities missed tonight as the Pirates lose at 7-0, but again, all is not lost. We hopefully will rebound and go back and get at least one of those 2 from Macomb, and then get that first round bye, and then sit back and hopefully get a little bit better. Spend a little more time in the batting cages this week. more than
Right.
likely. I think you'll see a lot of those guys in the cage, sleeping with their batting gloves on.
I agree. We talked last week about the letdown, and was hoping that it wouldn't happen. The kids were riding high. They had the 5-game win streak going on, and then they had to hit to Quitman, play a header Saturday. They lost both of those games. Did not perform very well in either one. And you hope that they're just a little groggy from playing late night at Macomb the night before, and being non-district games, that they really just weren't concentrating enough. But after tonight, you really wonder if this is the letdown that we were hoping wouldn't happen.
Unfortunately, I think it's exactly what did. I think they read their newspaper clippings a little too much.
I think so.
So, well, our player of the game, we decided that, we usually pick an offensive and a defensive player of the game. But our alumni house player of the game tonight, players of the game, will be Zach Carter.
Right.
Who just did tremendous at the plate with 13 strikeouts and made an unbelievably great diving catch out in left center field when he moved out into center field. So, you know what? I think that Coach Barnett would probably agree with us, and that he's very deserving. So Zach Carter will be our alumni house players of the game.
I agree. He deserves it.
Very good. Well, that's going to do it for us. Unfortunately, the Pirates do not come out with a victory tonight. Again, falling 7-0 to Brookhaven. They are no hit in very, very strange fashion. This is a game that we would love to forget, but a game that I know those of you that tuned in will not forget. So I'm Greg Flynn for Roy Harper and all of our booth, the Magic Man down in the truck, Frank Hutton. You did a great job tonight. Jerry Williams in there on graphics. Who was our Braden Williams on our third base camera, and Carol Davis down there at first base, who had to dodge a ball, and I have to ride back with Carol, so hopefully he did not have an accident, because that's a long ride back up to Pearl. That is the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Good night, everybody.
All right.